Welcome back, everybody, to session 22 of not the Beast of Redwall, to Fallen. We are once again joined by our lovely cast. Uhtred is played by Jake. Karma is played by Skylar. Finocchio is played by Zammy. Sirius is played by Ivan. Nox is played by Buddy, and the legendary Felix is played by Vince.
Legendary? When did that happen?
I don't know. Since you've been gone, you became legendary.
I don't think that's how it works.
You became Coke.
Regardless, we find our heroes where we last left them off. You guys, if you recall last time... Actually, everyone, roll me a destiny roll. Yeah, I wouldn't say heroes, but everyone roll me a roll, please. Low roll gets the recap.
Why can't we be heroes?
Can I?
You have to act like them first.
My first roll is me, and my second roll is Dipper.
Okay, let me look here.
I got a 10.
Did Dipper get a 4?
No, my first roll is me. Dipper got a 20.
Hell yeah!
Got a 1.
So Karma, you got the low roll. Can you recap last session?
What did I get? A 9. Okay.
You can't recap last session.
I know. That's why I'm hoping that I wasn't gonna get the low roll.
Skylar, you're muted. Hello?
I mean, if she
Oh yes,
do it.
of course I knew I was muted. I totally wasn't talking that whole time.
Nice.
We started off in Ella's Tavern with the group, I think coming back from a rest, and I think Finocchio, Dipper, and I had our conversation about when I went to the castle. And we discussed some important things there, such as I am no longer Karma Leonhardt, I am Karma Sands. And we also discussed that the treasure was not discovered by any of the castle guards or the king and the prince, so we planned on going back for that.
We should stipulate by king you mean Lord Redguard, right?
Yes, Lord Redguard.
So just so everyone knows, Lord Redguard is not a king, technically.
I see. And then Uhtred came in and discussed our plans for the morning of going to the Needle and Thread, as well as the bakery. We went downstairs, where we met Sirius, who also was going to join us for the Needle and Thread, along with Nox. After that, we went to the Needle and Thread, and that is where everything fell apart. The shopkeep threatened, or I guess, insulted Dipper.
Racially.
So the
needle.
yes,
Can I paint it out?
Oh,
Take
of
it
course, defend
Well,
yourself. Yes.
Okay, so after Dipper, was finishing up his shopping that he was doing. Hey, shut the fuck up. His shopping that he was doing. He was looking for a hat for Finocchio, actually. He came up to the front counter to see his friend being harassed by this shopkeep. He was forcing him to leave just for asking where something was. So Dipper trying to calm things down. He was like, hey mister, listen, my buddy's not from town. He was just trying to ask a question, and then he got all racist on me. He called me a dirty mongrel, and so
Why did he call you a dirty mongrel, though? That's important.
Because I'm listen, I didn't want to kind of too lazy to turn back into a human, so I just slapped my face covers
For
on.
a certain party
there are no humans, but humanoid.
Yeah, sorry, my human form.
No, there is no human form. Humans don't exist.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Your Felkind form.
My Felkind form, sorry.
After a certain party member went down.
Yeah, I think it was actually Finocchio that
Oh,
me.
it wasn't?
So anyways, listen, this part, it's kind of hazy in my memory, but I remember he came at me with a dagger that he found, or that he pulled out from, under the front desk. So I, in self-defense, I unsheathed my sword, which I never want to have to do. I unsheathed my sword and I put it to his throat.
Sure,
Just-
you never
just
want to
making
have
sure
to
he-
do.
Just making sure he understands you mean business.
Yeah.
Making sure he didn't hurt Finocchio.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I always
You just
wanted
wanted him to look
sure-
at your nice knife.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
Hey,
wanted
bro,
to
check out my cool dagger.
yeah, I wanted to show him my my
What's
sword.
it feels like on
Anyway.
your neck?
Yeah. Anyways,
Need a shave?
Here, get a close look at
so
it.
Look at this
So,
cool
like,
necklace, bro.
this is when some douchebag who's gonna remain unnamed for legal reasons
Legal.
put a sword to my back
It's your
and
neck, but
yeah, sorry, my neck. Hey, how do you know that? To my neck. And so Dipper, you know, he was getting overwhelmed, so he went outside because, you know, he didn't want to, you know, get in other people's business.
okay.
So this is when this dude, for some reason, he won't leave me alone. He's trying to arrest me. I'm just trying to mind my own business, go get some bread, and this dude's trying to arrest me. So, you know, I'm just thinking about just, you know, bolting and just running away because I'm totally faster than this guy. But then
He's purple.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's why you're faster than him.
So anyways, I guess I was just having a really bad day, and a couple guards accompanied by an Inquisition guard and the shopkeeper round the corner, and we see them walking towards us, and you can take back over. I just wanted to explain how I
Of
got
course.
just, you know.
I think we need the
You
actual
might be
version.
wondering how I got in this situation.
So the actual version, the no
I
spin
can
version.
take over. I can take over.
record scratch. Yep, that's me. You're probably
That's
wondering
me.
how I got
I
here.
got this.
Yeah, so basically we're in the store, everyone's kind of doing their own thing, and Dipper ends up stealing some nice fancy boots from behind the counter, and when the shopkeep was berating
quick note.
Finocchio, mhm,
Quick note: they were in a gift box, addressed to Lord
a
Harkin.
lord.
Lord
Yes.
Albert Harkin.
Lord
Yeah,
Albert
sorry,
Harkin.
Lord Albert Harkin.
Well, actually,
And,
you guys have met.
Oh, we have?
You,
Me and,
Karma, and Uhtred.
Me and Karma.
He was
is-
Vex's cousin when in the training room.
The small boy?
Yes, the guy from Uskal.
I see. I'm bad with names.
You're fine.
So, when the shopkeep was kind of being rude to Finocchio, he asked Finocchio to leave the store, and Dipper tried to take up for him. And the shopkeep called Dipper a dirty mongrel because he was in his beast form. So, the only good
Logical
response,
thing.
the only logical thing would be to pull
Hey,
out
that's what I'm saying.
his short sword and put it to the shopkeep's throat, which Uhtred did not like this. He also put his sword to Dipper's throat and said, "Don't do this, I'm gonna arrest you." So Dipper ran out of the building. Uhtred and Sirius followed behind. So did Nox, I believe. And they tried to kind of contain him. Finocchio decided he didn't want to be a part of this large scene that was taking place. I don't blame him.
Finocchio said, "Frick this shizzle, I'm out."
Yes.
Shit, I'm out.
And I kind of put myself in between them and tried to calm the situation down. But Dipper decided, thanks to Uhtred, who persuaded him that this was for the best to hand over his weapons. And it is a good thing that he did, because moments later, the Inquisition guard, as well as some other guards and the shopkeep, came around the corner and found Dipper. So Uhtred and Sirius tied up Dipper and told the guards that they were going to take him to the what is it?
The barracks.
What is it? The barracks. To the guard barracks. And I think Sirius was the one who passed that persuasion check.
Yeah, Sirius aided him and basically said, hey, because it wouldn't have looked good if Jake would have tried to take him there alone because he's, like, hurt.
Injured.
Yeah, and so Sirius was like, hey, I'll accompany him, I'll make sure nothing goes wrong.
And so now here we are, in front of the guard barracks.
You find yourselves back in, back towards Serrana Square, actually, in Garrison Ward, in front of a familiar sight for some of you. You guys are at the barracks. So, unfortunately, all of you kind of move forward. The guards recognize Uhtred. Dipper, you are bound, your hands behind your back, on a leash of sorts. What do you do?
I still have Dipper's bag, and I think the last thing I told the guards was that I was a witness.
Yeah.
I still have my face covers on.
The guards stand there and look at you guys as you all awkwardly stand there, looking like you're not sure if what you're about to do is right.
I'm gonna speak up and say this man. We're bringing him here. He caused a disturbance down at the Needle and Thread, and we're bringing him in for questioning, as well as Karma was a witness, as far as I know.
All right, you can pass then. And they kind of nod. Book him.
Where shall we go?
Storm, take him inside, and they point up the stairs.
Is that the only person who was a witness?
Karma turns and looks at Finocchio with, like, pleading eyes.
Finocchio raises his hand. I was also a witness.
Well, go inside.
Hey, Jack, I can't move Dipper, so...
I gotcha. So you guys approach the doors, and these guards up here kind of look, and they go, what's your business?
This man is wanted for, he's getting in process for a disturbance down at the Needle and Thread, and these other two are witnesses.
All right, move through, and they open the door for you.
Ooh, fancy.
Oh, fancy. Am I gonna have to keep telling this to every single...
State your business.
This man is getting in process.
All right. We really need to come up with a more efficient... your training. These guards these guards go, Holt, state your business.
In processing.
Right around the corner, open Captain Michael's door, and they point you to this door right here.
Oh, Captain Michael. Oh.
All I'm hearing is winning.
You can sell yourself.
Oh, Shake. Whoa.
Why am I floating?
So, Uhtred, do you open the door?
Yeah, I was going to open it.
So, Uhtred...
kind of drag Dipper with me.
Uhtred, you open the door, dragging Dipper inside with you. Inside, you see Captain Michael sitting at his desk. One of his hands is leaning against his face. He looks quite bored of his paperwork as he scribbles out on multiple documents and checks between different files. And the second he looks up, he perks up and he goes, "Storm, what do you..." And he looks behind and he sees, "Do you have someone that you detained?"
Yes. He's here for in-processing for the disturbance down at the Needle and Thread.
He kind of looks surprised and kind of stands up and goes, Well, goodness, Storm, aren't you the one with all the initiative? Well, do you know how to book him?
I might need some help as I was also technically a witness, so.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, to be impartial, he stands back around his desk.
And there's 2 other witnesses here, too.
Guards! And he speaks around the corner, and these 2 guards prop up and they walk over here. Watch after the detainee here until I take Uhtred's statement, please. And they kind of nod, and this guard here kind of goes, "Excuse me, ma'am."
Oh, yes, of course. I will move out of the way for you.
And they kind
Does he hear Karma's voice?
What do you mean? Her accent?
Does he hear... No, does he hear her and recognize her voice?
Oh, that's true, Michael. Michael kind of goes, his eyes kind of squint, and he goes, "Karma?"
Oh, hello, Michael. I heard you were going to be very busy as of lately.
I am. Look, why are you here?
I was a witness.
Oh, well, we'll have to have our one-on-one talk then. He kind of smiles
Okay.
broadly. Guards, let's get this on.
Head.
And he kind of, he points to Dipper, and this guard behind you, Dipper, grabs you by the scruff of your shirt and by your bound hands in the back and kind of drags you out around this corner here.
Hey, come on! Really?
Quiet, you. And they're gonna set you down over here on this bench. And they're gonna stand guard in front of you. Uhtred, you are alone.
They don't have any issues with my face coverings?
They're looking at you right
You're
now.
arrested.
They weren't told to remove them. They just kind of stand there milling themselves. This guard who's in front of you, Karma, goes, "So, what's your name?"
Oh, hello, my name is Karma Sand. What is your name?
And with that going on outside, back inside, Uhtred, you find yourself alone in a room with Captain Michael, your superior. He sits back down at his desk and opens up what looks to be a new folder, and he goes, "Needle and thread, you said?"
Yes, sir.
He writes down. As he writes, he goes, "Geez, Storm, I didn't expect you to take so much initiative. This is gonna look good on your record."
I don't say anything to that.
Kind of looks up at this and he goes, "Why the glum face?"
Nothing, sir.
Well, there's something, as he like sets his pen down with his full undivided attention on you know.
Just it's been a hectic couple days, sir. Just wish I was back doing our normal duties and not on the assignment I'm on. But such is life; it goes on, right?
What's your new assignment? As he looks back down and begins writing again.
I'm to kind of escort Karma around the city.
He perks up. Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Interesting. As he looks back down and keeps writing. I'll take your statement now. Officer,
Well,
or not officer,
cadet.
legionary, or yeah, cadet, actually, not even legionary. Cadet, do you mind describing what occurred at the Needle and Thread?
Sure. Dipper's been staying close by as him and Karma kind of came into the city, but basically I was there trying to get the boots.
Who's Dipper?
That's the suspect.
So the detainee, I see. And he writes that, he like looks down and writes down. And you said that he arrived in the city with Karma.
Around the same time, as far as I know.
And you said that you know him.
Yes, that he kind of was in the. I just know of him. I don't really know him.
What's his
He's
relationship
kind
to
of.
Karma?
I honestly don't know, sir.
And he jots that down. Continue.
So, we were all kind of just in the shop. I was getting new boots, as you see my foot. So my boot was kind of destroyed.
I heard from Knob. Nasty, but glad you're okay.
So I was in there trying to buy new boots. Found a pair. Walked up to the counter and was hearing a disturbance as I was walking. sounded like some words were exchanged, and then I saw.
Stop. What kind of words?
I'm not 100% sure. As I was just kind of trying to watch the situation, I heard the shopkeep say something like "you dirty mongrel."
He jots that down.
And then I saw the detainee pull his kind of dagger out, or his short sword out.
Do you have it?
Yes, sir. It's right here.
I don't think you actually have it, do you?
Yes, I do. I'm the one
Oh,
that
you
grabbed
took
it.
the. So let me be clear here. So if I recall,
He pulled a short sword out.
yeah, let me be clear. You have his short sword, and then the two daggers is what Sirius Nox has, right?
Yes, I've got the
Yeah, so
dagger.
I misspoke. He pulled a short sword out, and then I have a short sword.
He crosses something out and writes it down. Okay, hand it over.
Here it is.
And he
I'm
takes
gonna
it
plink
and
it down on the desk.
he opens up his drawer and pulls out what seems to be like a little tag and puts it on the weapon and writes something down on it. And he's gonna turn around and open up this cabinet behind him and place the. As you see him draw these heavy wooden drawers open as he unlocks it with his key around his neck, you can see inside multiple various weapons, some with some faint remnants of blood on them. And he closes it back up. And he seats back down in his chair. And he goes, continue.
And then the detainee fled the store after I pulled my short sword out on him. And
He
me
pauses.
and
He escaped you?
we called back up to him. He was right outside the shop.
Why did you let him go?
I didn't let him go, sir. He just fled out, and I can't really
You
give
said you had
chase
your
at the
sword to
moment.
him,
I did.
and you let him walk out of the store.
Well, I wasn't 100% sure of the situation, so I don't feel like I was
He looks
right
down
to
at his
justly
notes and
swing
begins
on
to
him.
write something down. Continue.
But I called back up to him outside of the store and was able to detain him. So I tied him up and got his short sword from him.
And this time he didn't walk away from you.
No, sir.
He jots that down. Is there anything else you're leaving out?
Not that I can think of, sir.
Alright.
Lord Roseblood was there during the scene. He helped me bring him in. He wasn't there when it all happened, but he was there.
Which Roseblood? He kind of like looks quizzically.
Sirius Roseblood.
Ah,
He helped me bring him in, but he wasn't there for the actual situation.
I see. Is he here?
I do not know, sir. He helped me bring him in, and he was told to stay outside of the barracks.
Who told him?
The guards out front.
Hmm.
Just kind of asked the business. He was just kind of there. Me and him, we know each other, so we were kind of. He agreed to just help me carry him there, as I'm kind of, hobbling around on a bad foot. So he wanted to make sure that everything was okay. But that's as far as I know. His extent of involvement was just walking with me to the barracks.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add to your statement, Cadet?
No, sir.
Okay. And he closes the journal and stands up and goes, that'll be all, Cadet. Please help yourself to some food and some ale and relax. It looks like you did a good work here.
Thank you, sir. So I'm gonna walk out, I guess, now. Oh, I was floating for a second.
Bring in the detainee, and these two guards kind of roughly grab you again, Dipper, and they kind of drag you over here. And they kind of push you inside of the office here. And
Hey,
Can
so
I grab some food and drink for Karma?
Sure. They throw you kind of in
Okay.
as Dipper. You kind of have to regain your footing. You twist backwards and kind of shout this at these guys, and they close the door right behind you. You find yourself alone in a room. Before you sits a man. He appears to be a vampire. He has
He's met him before.
Huh?
He's met Michael.
Yeah, you have met Michael. He looks to
You're
you.
wearing a mask.
Briefly.
But you're wearing the same mask. He looks at
Oh.
you, kind of inquisitively, and he's gonna walk over to the door, and he's going to lock it. Then he's going to go ahead and undo your hands.
What's going on?
And walk back over to his desk. Just making you comfortable.
All while casually carrying a war mace.
He's not carrying a war mace. He is a vampire. He appears to be about 6'1". He's built like a guard. He wears what seems to be a gambeson with various pieces of plate. He has kind of semi-longish black hair and these kind of crisp golden eyes. He kind of elegantly picks up his pen again and dots it in his inkwell. And he looks up at you and he goes, "We should introduce ourselves. My name is Captain Michael. You can call me that. No need for last names. That didn't, as he writes down, go so well for my predecessor. Less is more. You're being detained here.
That face.
You're being detained here. Well, why don't I hear your side of the story? Why don't you describe to me what led you to being in my office?"
Dipper, he rubs his...
No mask.
I'd prefer if I could keep this on, sir.
That wasn't a request, son. You're in way over your head, and the last thing you want to do is piss me off.
Dipper is shaking, and he pulls off his covering and still has the mask on, like his pull-up mask on his face.
So are you in beast form?
No.
No, he transitioned out of it on the way over.
He looks to you.
Yeah.
And he begins writing down some stuff on a piece of paper, a new piece of paper that he pulls out.
Can I see what he's writing?
Yeah, it appears he has what appears to be like a kind of like a personnel file. He appears to be filling out your description, your height, your eye color, your hair color. He looks back up at you and goes, "Well, what's your name for the record?"
By the way, I didn't fully take off my mask. I just took off the face covering.
Is there another part to it?
I have the face covering that like drapes over my face, but then over that I have like a normal face mask.
I see. So he would notice that and he'd look back up and goes, "Okay." He puts the pen down. "Son, did you hear what I just told you? Now, this is your last strike. I'm being very polite with you."
Dipper pulls down his mask.
Now he goes ahead and did what I said before, and he marks it all down. He even roughly sketches your face on the document, and it's actually very good, which is surprising to you. You wouldn't think that a guard would have kind of an artistic flair, but he seems to be quite adept. And he looks back at you and goes, "State your name for the record."
My name is Dipper.
Is that what your parents named you?
Well, you know, it all seems to get jumbled together these days.
He kind of puts down his pen and kind of once again
Insanity defense, I see.
He kind of rubs his eyes and goes, "And actually, Anakin, would you like to do this in whispers?"
Please.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Okay.
Let me grab you. Okay, real quick, I'm just gonna make sure OBS is still recording. Can you talk?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hello.
We are alone. You find yourself in the office. Michael looks inquisitively at you after you have denied him your name. "Son,
Yes.
I'm at my wit's end. That's strike 2. What is your name?"
Dipper starts sweating, and he kind of picks at his fingernails, and he looks down and he says, My name is," and he hesitates, and he kind of leans in a little closer, and then he says, It's Luca."
Luca. He writes that down.
Luca Despero.
You see as his eyes kind of trail up from his pen, and he looks at you and goes, Despero.
Yep, that's my name.
He pauses and puts his pen down for a second. He just stares at you for a minute and just kind of like looks over every part of you. And he looks back down at his paper, picks up his pen, and he goes, "And why would a Despero be so hesitant to give out his name?"
Well, you know, we kind of try to keep a low profile. And Dipper at this point is just shaking. He's extremely nervous for his future.
You're far from home, Despero.
Yeah, well, you know.
Are you here hunting monsters? Or just shopkeepers?
Hey, listen.
You have a
That wasn't
great
my
family
fault.
name. It's a shame that you've brought your family name to this level, as he writes your name down on the piece of paper.
Dipper,
He looks...
as if he's about to say something, he opens his mouth and then he just grits his teeth.
He looks back up at you and goes, "Please, go ahead and give me your description," as he dots his quill in the inkwell, "of what transpired at the Needle and Thread."
Yes, sir. We entered the store. Uhtred had to buy some new boots because he, got injured and all. I was just looking around the store, and then I heard yelling. I heard the shopkeeper. I didn't even catch his name. He was yelling at my friend Finocchio, telling him to get out. I wasn't even sure what happened, and I just tried to calm things down. I told him that Finocchio wasn't from town, and he just looked at me, and then he called me names, and he was gonna hurt me. He was climbing over the counter, and he called me a dirty mongrel.
Make me a
He told
deception check. We will set that versus his perception.
You're gonna have to do that for me.
Yes. What's your perception roll? I can look at it for you real quick.
6, I believe.
You have +2. Yes, that is a 6. Roll your dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Versus his, which is 7.
Oh shit!
You win.
He rolled a 7. Oh, thank God.
He looks to you and goes, "You're claiming he was attacking you?"
Yes, it was just because I was. And he kind of looks down. I was
Called you a mongrel. Were you walking around the streets of Redwall in your form?
Well, listen. It's only my 3rd day in town, and I
Has
know that
nobody
it can.
told you not to do that? You surely came here on boats.
Listen, I knew better, but I couldn't walk around like this.
He looks down and begins writing.
Listen, I had I had covers. I
Disturbing
was
the
completely
peace.
covered.
You do realize
was-
that people here consider that quite tacky.
I was completely covered. You couldn't see an inch of my skin.
Then how did he know?
He invaded my privacy. Whenever he tried to reach over the counter to grab me, he lifted up my mask, and that's when Dipper starts to softly sob.
So you're
That's when
are you claiming that he assaulted you first?
Well, he didn't ever assault me. He just he really scared me, and I was just thinking on my feet, and
He looks down and begins
Dipper.
writing. After that, get to the part where you drew your short sword on him.
I was scared for my life. I was scared he was gonna hurt me or my friend, and I drawed my
He
sword.
kind of looks
and
inquisitive at that. I'll let your deception check previously let that lie slide.
I unsheathed it. I unsheathed it just to, have some sense of self-protection, and I didn't mean for it to escalate so far. But
You drew it. You drew it. What else did you do with it? Did you just hold it? Did you threaten him with it?
all I did was point it at him. I didn't even make contact.
He jots that down. And then it appears that someone else threatened you then.
Immediately after I pulled my sword, Uhtred, who was, like I said, looking for boots. Thank God he was there to stop me.
What is your relationship to Uhtred?
I don't really think he's too fond of me, but I've been staying with him since we have been in town.
Staying where?
What's the name? Bell's Tavern.
Ella's Tavern.
I can't remember. Ella's Tavern. That's right. My one of Uhtred's friends owns it.
Yes.
That's where me and Karma and Finacrio have been staying since we got in town.
Who's Finacrio?
Finacrio, he's a missionary from Chorus. He's traveled to Redwall to talk to the higher ups. I never really tried to get into his business.
I don't think you mean missionary. I think you mean emissary.
Emissary, yeah. But we've come to be good friends. Karma and I sailed with him for months on the way to Redwall, all the way from Leodelphia.
Jots that down. And then you just walked out of the store.
I was scared I was going to do something that I regret, so I ran out of the store and then
Did Uhtred try to
waited.
stop
you? He tried to stop me, but thanks to his injury, I was able to kind of weasel my way out of it.
He jots something down and he slashes up a check mark on the piece of paper. All right.
However, Uhtred and Sirius were able to detain me.
How did they detain you? It sounded like to me that somebody hit somebody. That Uhtred followed you outside, and then what occurred?
I just remember him bounding my arms behind my back and taking my weapons and telling me that
Do you remember if you resisted?
we had to go. I don't really remember. It was all so fast.
Jot something down. Looks back up at you, and at that point, you were detained, and then you came straight here.
Yes, sir.
He jots something down, and he closes his document file. All right. He kind of leans his pen down and kind of sighs as he kind of contemplates something for a second and goes, realize that, He kind of looks towards the door and looks back at you, and he kind of leans forward and he whispers, "Why are you here?"
I don't really know what answer you want me to give you.
This isn't going down on paper, but this city is now my responsibility. You know, Desperados tend to have impacts on things. For good or bad, but you understand my point. I don't want one running around my city. Now, I understand you seem to have traveled the world a bit, lived a fair bit. We both know that we're both looking out for ourselves right now, but off the record, as he pushes the document away and the pen away, why are you here?
It's been years since I've been with my family. I ran away when I was 13.
Why?
I couldn't take it anymore.
The pressure.
I'm not a monster hunter.
Tragic. He kind of sighs. He looks you in the eye. Looks back down to his document. Know this. The reason you will leave here today is just your blood. Guards! And he kind of shouts for the guards, and with that we will drag you back over there.
Master Anakin, what are we going to do? There's too many of them. Jihad with the halberd. Dun dun. Dun dun.
Okay. So.
Did you see our magic missiles?
Dipper,
I did. As you
Dipper
guys come back out, you see Dipper. Or actually, you guys first hear guards come retrieve him, and the guards open the door up.
Before Dipper gets bound again, he quickly puts his mask back on.
Michael, who seems to be in a what are you trying to open, Sirius? Michael, who seems to be composed and everything, looks to the guards and goes, "I won't give you any trouble. Take him down to detainment and hold him. We'll hold him until this is all over." He nods at you. "It was nice to meet you, Lord Dipper." And he kind of looks back down at his paper.
What?
And he writes it down. And the guards kind of look between themselves, and they both look at you, and they just laugh out loud. And they go, "Come on, Lord Dipper!" They kind of drag you outside.
Dipper doesn't laugh.
Michael calls outside, and I'm going to drag you down here, Dipper. You are now detained.
Michael disappeared too.
Did Michael
Yeah.
disappear? What?
Yes.
Michael just vanished. He ascended
Can you guys not see
onto a
him?
new ethereal plane. Now he's
Now
back.
we can.
Oh no, if I put him in here, you guys can't see him, right? Does he disappear?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's line of sight.
Oh. It
So,
looks like he just like vanishes to an ethereal plane.
he kind of, Michael kind of rubs his forehead, and he calls out and he goes, "Karma, my dear, would you mind coming in?"
Yes, of course. Oh. Oops.
He's gonna walk up and close the door behind you as he kind of sits back at his desk and he goes, "So Karma, not making good friends."
Oh, never mind. I thought y'all were moving channels.
Yes, I can say for sure I was taken by surprise at the earlier events.
Do you mind giving me your account of what happened? Quickly.
Yes, of course. I go in store and I am looking for clothes. I'm at back of store with saleswoman, and all of a sudden I hear screaming, shouting, and they call for me. So I walk up to counter, and by the time I walk up, all I see is Dipper he run out, and Uhtred follow, and I stay inside. I'm trying to calm down the shopkeep, but he is inconsolable completely. He is yelling, he is very agitated. I offer my help. He does not want it. He is very rude. He yelled at me. And Fanacrio, he yelled at Fanacrio as well. And just, I believe entirely he is seemingly too wrapped up and too worked up to even hold conversation with.
I see. Well, as he kind of leans back in his chair, it's unfortunate. It's a serious offense what he did. He kind of looks over to the corner and just kind of goes, and then he looks down at his document, and he looks down to the document on his desk. And
Can I read it?
He hasn't written anything. No, it's closed.
Oh.
And he looks back at you, and he kind of folds his fingers and goes, "Your friend, when did you meet him?"
I met him in the Oasis. He helped me. I told him that I needed to get to Redguard, and he offered to come with me. He told me I should not be walking by myself.
How long ago was this?
What? I'm sorry, it cut out?
How long ago was this? And if you don't know, I can tell you.
2 years, right?
Yeah.
It was 2 years ago.
He's jotting, or actually, he doesn't jot anything down. He kind of leans back and like ponders something. Goes,
He is like brother to me. He is very kind, but he is troubled as well. He has been alone for a very long time, even before I came along.
is he staying with you over at Ellis Tavern?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. He looks to the corner. And he looks back.
I want to look there as well. That's like the second time he's done that.
You look over to the corner and you see a framed picture. You see what appears to be a younger Michael with a couple of other cadets surrounding him. Behind them all, you see a smiling face of a brunette woman. She's slightly taller than the rest of them. This was when they were younger, it looks like. And she's got the four of them, kind of two per arm, and she's smiling as this appears to be a portrait.
These are your friends?
Yes. Yes,
It is very happy photo.
it was.
Are they still with you here?
You see this glum face as he looks at the picture and goes, "Still in Redwall, yes."
Have you drifted apart?
Not by choice.
I understand. She gives him like a sad, understanding look.
He kind of just nods and goes, "That'll be all karma."
Okay.
And as you kind of turn out of the room, you just see him looking at that picture, and he's kind of just kind of like scratching his chin and thinking.
What is her name? I forgot.
Guards,
Come in.
is there anybody else that needs a statement?
I do, and Fanacro kind of like peers in the door.
Come on in. We'll make this quick. He walks up, closes the door, and sits down and goes, A missionary from Chorus, huh?
Yes.
Or not missionary, I'm sorry,
seems like
emissary.
Oh yes. It seems you have like a nice little barracks here.
Something like that. Do you mind giving me a brief description of what you witnessed at the Needle and Thread today?
I walked into the Needle and Thread and I went up to that worker, and I asked for a hat. And he, throughout our whole exchange, he seemed very agitated, like he didn't want to be there. Maybe something else was going on previously, but it wasn't like good customer service. I felt I felt much more unsafe as the conversation progressed, and it got to the point where he was actually yelling at me to get out of the store, and that man Dipper, he went up, he came back, he intervened, and I'm really glad for that, because I don't know how you guys feel about Chittenkin here, and I don't know if that was kind of just like a hate crime in itself.
I hate what? Because he laughs and giggles.
I'm sorry?
He goes, I hate what? And laughs and giggles.
A hate crime. Some locations around this continent, they don't really like certain races, and
Yeah.
they treat them differently.
Yes? He seems like he wasn't very interested in before, but right now he's just having a laugh. Look, my friend.
Well, yeah, and then
How could it be a hate crime if they enjoyed it?
He kind of looks to you and goes, he was in his bestial form, yes?
Dipper?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Are you aware, emissary from Chorus, that many people in Redwall find that disgusting and uncomfortable?
I'm not.
Good, now you know. Don't act like your friend. Do you have anything else to add?
No.
Alright. He picks up the two pieces. There's only two documents on the desk, and he picks them up, he kind of taps them against the desk. He turns around, he says, you could open the door, and he walks over to his cabinet back here. Guards, he kind of ponders. He puts one document back, and he keeps the other document and sets it back on his desk. He's going to turn to the guard and say, release the detainee into Uhtred's custody. And they kind of look to you and go, they kind of look at Uhtred and then look back and go, are you sure, sir? And he goes, yeah, I'm sure. And he kind of wanders out, and he's holding this document in his hand. And he turns to all of you and goes, it's an unfortunate thing that happened today. I am going to have to charge your friends, but his court date won't be for a while now. It'll be just small fines. I'll have to charge him with brandishing a weapon without due cause and disturbing the peace. But I'll put in a good word with the judge, and should be around a roughly 30 bronze fine. But besides that, he should be fine. He looks to all of you, Cadet, and he looks to you, Uhtred.
I'm gonna like sit up straight, stand up. I'm gonna actually stand up. Let me get off of here. Yes, sir.
You're to keep an eye on him. Do you understand? As well as with Karma here.
Yes, sir.
Don't let him get into any trouble like this again. If he does, bring him straight to me. Don't stand around.
Yes,
and he
ma'am.
looks to these two guards who are just kind of like looking. Release him. And they go, yes, sir. And they kind of jolt off. He kind of stops there. He looks at all of you as the guards walk off, and he goes, he's real lucky. And he turns around and he walks back inside.
Oh, Michael!
Closes the door.
I'm gonna knock on it.
He kind of walks out and he opens the door and he goes, you realize that the shutting the door thing was like the end of the conversation. He kind of like
Yes, I
scratches forward.
understand. But I wanted to thank you, as well as let you know I whenever you have a second, I work at Ella's Tavern now. Just come by and perhaps we can pick up where we left off.
Kind of stops. You see his face kind of looks like conflicted. And he kind of looks at you, and this kind of persona comes back, and he kind of has this broad, charming smile, and he goes, "Certainly, my dear. I look forward to it."
Excellent. Well, you have a great day, and thank you again.
You as well. He kind of looks at you for a second, and he goes, "Nice to see you as always, Karma." And he turns back, and he closes the door kind of quickly. These guards are running outside. Wesley, you said that you wanted... actually, let's talk about what the people outside have been doing.
Okay.
Been chilling, checking out this cool new knife I have.
Knives.
It's two knives. It's two of them.
Oh, it's two. Okay.
What? No, it's not.
How?
I
Yeah, I
thought
thought
it
it
was
was
two.
just one.
No, it's just one.
Hold on. I have a real... I was under the impression that that knife that you gave him was not one of your nice ones.
I thought it was the nice one.
No,
Yeah.
it was a nice one.
It was one of the nice ones? Oh, well, that changes a lot
Only-
of things.
Yeah.
You said
Said it
short
was-
sword.
I
Okay,
have-
I thought it was something else
no,
because
I
you were
have-
like, "I'm not giving up my weapons," and I thought you were talking about your nice ones. Well, in that case,
No,
that changes a lot. Okay, that's fine.
No, and then my other. Do I get my other one back? Because that was a nice one too.
I'm
Well,
going
Nox
to,
has that.
I'm going to inspect
No, the
nice
one
weapon
that
here.
Michael took.
We'll see. So as they walk outside, you see these two guards approach your gate, Dipper. Let's talk about what the rest of you. You guys would have seen Dipper brought out into this holding pen by himself. It appears that nobody else is in there but him. So I believe outside right now it is Nox, Sirius, and then we're gonna say Wesley. As you look around for your trying to finish the task you were given, you see Sirius and Nox on the side of the road.
Sirius would have been, before Dipper came there, he would have been sitting on the side of the wall and writing in his journal. He seemed to have taken up that hobby recently. Doesn't lift his eyes immediately, but after
Are
a
they
second he
talking
notices
at all?
that Dipper's there.
Yeah, do Nox and Sirius talk at all? Or do
I'm
they
not
just
sure
like
what we would
give
talk
awkward
about.
glances to each other and just nod their heads?
Well, I'm very fascinated by this knife here.
Okay,
what does
yeah.
it look like?
So it looks like Dipper. Do you want to describe it?
It's I'll have drawings. I don't have them right now, but I'm working on them. But they're it's a curved dagger, and you can see it has a red velvet strip tied on the handle for comfort. It looks like it is extremely sharp. Like very, very sharp, especially the tip. And you can see in the middle of the blade, there's a line going down the curve, and it's just a little tube of glass, and it seems to be empty.
You also would notice, I think your other one is a very similar... It's like an enlarged version with a larger blade, correct?
No, the other one is like it's a more straighter short sword. It's still like kind of curved, but this one is like
Okay, that's
almost
why I got confused. Because
Karambit level curved.
that's why I got confused, because technically in Cogent,
Yeah.
short sword is technically it's a small weapon technically, and I think
Yeah.
he meant that to be a sword. So that's why I got confused, because I was like, oh, he doesn't have two, like I thought. Okay, well that's fine. No
Yeah.
big deal. You're inspecting it. You notice that. You also notice a very distinctive emblem on. We want to say it's on the pommel or the blade or both.
It's covered.
Oh, that's right.
It's covered.
Mhm. Well,
You don't know that
Yeah, you wouldn't know that there's anything under the.
unless you wanted to tear it off. But
Under
there's,
the
you need a
that's-
reason to do it.
oh,
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's metagaming.
Okay.
Um, You have this gorgeous knife as it kind of glints in the sun. You can tell this is probably worth something.
Yep.
Okay.
Emperor comes out. Can I have my knife back? What knife?
So as
Yeah.
as you guys are
I don't know
passing,
you.
as you guys are sitting on the street, and Nox, you're enamored with this knife. Felix, you spot them as you walk towards the barrack.
He what?
Felix,
I do. If I walk by, I walk by and like I seemingly don't notice either of you, but the moment I get like kind of close to, let's say Cirrus over here, I turn and be like, it's only been an hour. Randy said, like you're already here.
That's
How?
Nox, by the way.
Or Nox? Oh shit, I can't tell. I need to zoom in. Oh yeah, it is Nox. Okay. But yeah,
If you press tab, it puts the names over everyone.
Yeah.
It's kind of handy.
Oh, okay, that actually helps a lot. Thank you. Yeah, so Felix actually turns to you immediately, and he's like, there you guys are. Oh my god. Randy said you've only been gone an hour. How are you guys already here?
Yeah. Don't ask me, man. I was just trying to buy some clothes.
Felix,
I
you
heard
see
there was
Nox
some kind
holding this kind of.
commotion.
Actually, you can't see shit, but I think actually you kind of.
I'm right here, right?
Yes. And he's holding.
Okay, yeah, I do. He's holding that little knife thing.
Yes.
It's like, what happened this time? Did Uhtred... Wait, no, it can't be Uhtred. Right? Okay, what happened? Did Uhtred take them in?
Yeah. Yeah, you
Huh.
did some...
He's actually doing his job.
Yeah. He's had it for 2 years.
Yeah,
Not for 2 years.
And I know that.
For not 2 years.
He hasn't been a cadet for 2
I'm
years.
pretty surprised about that
He's
fact.
had
Sorry,
his
that
job
was-
for not quite 2 years.
I'm sorry, that was really funny. He's like, yeah, he's had it for 2 years.
I hope he could do his job
Technically,
right.
he hasn't. He's been a cadet for a while. I mean, what? I don't know anything about that. I don't give a shit about him. Anyways, if you see him, Lady Redguard wanted me to give him this for his foot.
With
for the-
that, Uhtred. Actually, you guys would see these two guards walk down past you guys and walk over towards the cage over here. And behind them, you see Uhtred, Karma, and Finacrio as they all kind of convene down here.
Wesley like instantly starts to shut up and just like kind of goes silent as Uhtred walks towards them.
I'm just gonna go Felix, and I'm gonna follow the guards over to the holding chamber.
Uhtred,
Karma is too.
where are they
Karma.
off to? What
They're-
happened? Why are you guys even here? Did Uhtred find a random drunkard to take in or someone?
Dipper is sitting on the floor crisscross, just looking down.
Are you asking Nox this, or are you just...
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
asking Nox and Sirius as they like walk by.
Sirius kind of points over to the holding pen. Well, it looks like Dipper, or Karma's companion, got into a bit of trouble. I'm not too clear on all the details, but it sounded like he threatened the life of a shopkeep. Because,
Karma had a
I
companion.
guess he didn't... He was in his beast form, which is somewhat of a strange, disgusting thing to do, I guess, but it didn't... It displeased the shopkeeper, and in turn, Dipper wasn't too happy about that.
Wesley
Maybe it stirred up some bad memories for him.
Wesley grimaces at being told that like the beast form is like disgusting, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, some people do get that way, I guess." So let me get this straight. Karma had a friend who threatened a shopkeep in broad daylight, and then Uhtred,
Well, I mean, he was in
Brought
a
him
store,
in.
but basically broad daylight.
and then Uhtred brought him in.
Yeah, that's about right.
Why? Why does this happen to us almost all the time?
I don't know, man. I keep my nose out of trouble, but it just follows me.
Yeah, Knox, whenever he's doing his stuff, I'm just a simple, honest tavern owner. The trouble comes to me. And what am I not to take advantage of it?
when fate shows its face.
So these
Sirius just kind of shakes his head. Well, I didn't have these troubles for 2 years, I'd say, living back in the palace.
That's fair.
I kind of assume that this comes with the territory of being a cadet, or at least a guard of some.
I guess, but Karma was with us, and it just reminds me of her.
So as you guys have that conversation,
eyes kind of go blank for a second.
Oh right. Oh, that skipped over me for a second. I get it now.
Yeah, Sirius's eyes kind of go blank, and then he kind of shakes his head a bit, and he's like, who are you talking about again?
You know, Helena.
Oh, Helena.
These guards aren't here, by the way. They're kind of more
Right?
over here watching this person being undetained, as they think this is kind of crazy that this guy's getting out right away.
Sirius seems a little bewildered at things.
Are you okay, Sirius?
Helena,
you know,
yeah,
our friend.
I'm fine.
Or
Yeah,
I guess
Helena.
not really our friend.
The Dampire. We last time I was here, I got acquainted with her. I guess I don't. Something.
What do you mean?
Forgetting something. I'm not sure what.
Helena was in our group. You were at the courthouse
Yeah.
with us.
Sounds right.
She murdered
Courthouse.
like tons of people.
Sirius's
Not
eyes
in
just
the
kind of.
dream.
Oh, hey.
Sirius's eyes kind of glaze over
Wait,
for
hold
a
on.
second.
Hold on.
He said the dream.
Okay, hold on. This is
Oh.
important. This is important. Wait.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, hold on.
Oh shit.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Oh.
So then Wesley thinks about it, and he's like, shit, right? We're not supposed to...
You guys notice, Nox, I guess you would notice that he just said it, and nothing appears to have happened to him.
He's like he's like sort of hushing it, though, because like when you talk about Helena...
Wait,
you
nothing
don't really
happens
talk
to
about
him
it.
though?
Nothing happened right now, no.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Use your brains. Use your brains.
It's probably because it's not directly related to the ring, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's my assumption. Or Dream is an alias that the Masked Man wouldn't use. Another puzzle. Sirius's eyes kind of are sort of glazed over, but like he winces a little bit at some of the things that you're saying and some of the places you mentioned, the courthouse and these other places.
Okay, Felix
he
is gonna...
might recognize some of it, but he doesn't seem comfortable discussing it.
Felix is gonna stare at Sirius for a bit, and then he's gonna like try to touch him on the shoulder.
Sirius kind of jumps a little.
When I touch him on the shoulder, Jack, I'd like to use my ability.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead? We'll say for you that's a level 1. So I should introduce this to everybody now. We have this thing called Ichor now. So Ichor is your pool of mana, basically, that you cast spells from. Ichor is the thing in your blood that lets you cast Spellcraft. The way you calculate how much Ichor you have, it's going to be base 3, plus 2 for every point in strength, reflex, and intelligence. And then I'm actually going to say for right now, plus 1 for every positive point in a proficiency you have for a spellcraft. Okay. So for instance, if I have, and that proficiency bonus does not count if it's flat or negative. It has to be a positive. So for instance, if I have 1 intelligence and I have polycraft and I have 0 in it, it's flat. It's not party trick, but it's flat. Then I would have 5 Ichor because 3 plus 2. Does that make sense to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
And every day that recharges, unless you use other abilities that can recharge it. But for right now, that's how we're going to play it. So Felix,
Okay.
you have 5 Ichor points a day. This will be a common task. This will be a level 1. So you will make your
Sure,
Fellcraft.
hold on, let me go make a category for Ichor points.
Okay. Yeah, I would suggest everybody
It's
maybe
a
do that on
new
Roll20.
mechanic that you're
And
doing.
actually, guys, everybody, you can make that on your token if you want. If that's
Oh, yeah.
easier for people. That might be an
I
easier
see
place
no-
to keep it.
Which one should we do
I
for?
I see no
I will.
need to do
I
that.
will make. Let me set it real quick. So I will
I'm
say.
putting it on my Roll20 like how I do my Destiny points.
That's fine. But I just put Ichor. That's
I
one of
see
the. I think
no
it's the
need.
orange
Oh,
stat.
yeah.
So if you want to hold that there, you can keep track of how many you have.
Okay.
That might be
Let me
easier.
pull up the thing again.
Anyways, while they're doing.
Oh, yeah, I can track Destiny points in here.
Yeah, you should be able to strength, reflex, int. I'm gonna add the other things later. I didn't realize they added more stats to have, but
So
that
it's
might be
it's
nice.
3. It's 3 plus all that, plus your its whatever things.
So it should be 3 plus your int, strength, reflex, and each of those counts as 2. So most of you should have 5. If you have a positive, that means a point above negative, or above a flat, above a 0. If you have a positive, that adds another 1 to your Ichor pool.
Does the negative party trick reduce it?
No,
I'm
it does
assuming
not. We talked. Me and Buddy discussed it. It does not.
Okay.
Cool. So, Felix, if you wouldn't mind making me
So then
a
my
roll.
roll is 3 plus my stat plus my proficiency, which is 0,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it should be 4, I believe.
It's been a while since I've done this, so
It's
I
fine.
might need some small
It should be
pointers.
4.
Wah.
What's Wesley trying to do to me, or Vince?
Fuck.
You get it. No, you succeed.
Okay, yeah,
You got a
just
3.
take all the ones over 50. Yeah, I know, yeah.
So Wesley touches you, and you see. I mean, Wesley
I feel a small, like, static shock.
small. As you
Very
kind of feel this kind of weird zip on you. Here, Vince, I'll delete those for you.
Okay.
I did. I deleted them.
Yeah, Felix, you are able to gather what you can from that.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
I just want to know, physical, like, status. Like,
Yeah, you seems healthy.
Okay. And nothing seems abnormally about him, like, health-wise.
He something does seem a little strange.
Do you want to
Can't-
just DM it to me?
I can DM you something, yes.
Yeah, just DM it so that I don't have to spill it to everyone. And it'll be like, are you alright, serious? We haven't seen you in a while. Has everything been okay with you?
Yeah, I went back to the palace, and I guess we could catch up a little more later.
Actually, Vince, make me a
But I'm
survival.
mostly fine.
Make me a survival check, please.
Oh,
Which
God. Okay.
which would be a
I didn't
medic
know it was
check.
gonna be... I didn't
What?
know it was gonna be that
What?
much.
Make me a survival check.
Okay.
Sirius turns into a demon fish and swallows you all.
Yeah.
So...
Here's the demon fish. No.
I said I wanted to sail the high seas.
There.
Oh, okay, only 3. Okay.
Because I don't have medic anymore. That's right. It's not a vocation anymore.
It is a vocation, but technically survival is.
Takes the place.
We're
of
gonna make a
yeah.
vocation for it at a certain point when you actually like a doctor. But technically, right now you
Yeah.
kind of know first aid.
Yeah, I remember. Slightly. It's just been a while. Sorry.
So I feel the shock.
Yes, you do feel it.
I have to jump up by it. I guess I'm kind of confused about it, because I'm assuming I would be familiar with, like, electrocraft, I'm assuming this is?
Well, but it's like a static shock. It's very light.
Okay.
It's not very hard. But yeah, if you can tell if it's electrocraft, then go for it. Know that it's electrocraft.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm assuming I wouldn't know what the purpose of the shock was, since I'm not
Fair.
versed in electrocraft, is what I'm saying.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
I'm just gonna look at Felix's clothes. Does he seem to wear clothes that, like, attract static and stuff?
I mean, I'm wearing kind of long robes, sort of.
Yeah. Sirius kind of remembers... Would he remember that?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Just he'll kind of be bewildered a little bit. And he's like, "Huh? So you've gotten better at electrocraft?"
Huh? Oh, sorry. I guess it must have been the
Sirius,
static.
when you say that, you feel a pain in your head, not like the heart attack thing, okay? Something else. As your head kind of twitches, okay? Do you know why? Oh, actually, I'll DM you. But you see it when he says that, you see his head kind of twitch, and Sirius, you feel like compelled to grab your forehead for a second.
I do?
No, I'm sorry,
Oh.
not you. Fucking Sirius, my bad.
Seriousness. Okay.
Oh,
I thought you said Felix. That's all.
And Sirius, you kind of shudder as I look at your DM.
really?
Yeah. Not before.
Thought I was outside.
Nope.
Oh, okay. All right.
Things are happening.
Yeah, that's fine.
Your head shudders, and you guys see as Sirius kind of like grabs his head, and Sirius say it.
The dream.
No.
Something-
Oh, well, no. Well, this thing. Hold on.
Well,
Here, I got you.
Getting him to say things.
oh shit.
Yeah, I'm confused.
For all those watching on YouTube, this is 100% scripted.
Yeah, so scripted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Do you remember that? Okay, good. Cool.
Yeah, he kind of mutters something under his breath.
But we see him like twitch, right? And-
Yeah. If you're standing close enough, you could hear him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all see, but you don't feel it.
So the only person that would hear would probably be Felix. So Sirius, what do you say?
You know what?
You can DM
Yeah,
it to him.
I
You can
sorta-
DM it to him.
I'll DM.
I'll DM it to you. I got it.
Yeah.
We can move on so that other people can have the spotlight for a bit while we mull over all this information that we got about each other.
Okay, Vince?
Yeah, okay.
Cool. And he mutters that like once and then twice, and then he kind of shakes out of it.
Okay. It's like, yeah, you are.
Back to the people over here. These guards walk up and they take out a key. They kind of look and go, "You're one lucky cat." As he opens up the door and he moves this gigantic gate back. Dipper, you hear the scratching of metal on stone as the gate behind you is opened. Did we lose?
Karma runs over and throws herself at Dipper.
Dipper, you're muted, by the way. Here, I'll move you outside, though.
Oh shit! Thank you. Dipper's kind of startled at first, but then he wraps his arms around her, and he still has his face covers on, and he just he doesn't really know how to feel right now.
Everything is going to be okay. We just need to work in order to get bronze, so that way we can pay for your fine.
Yeah, I should have enough to cover it. I don't want you guys to have to worry about that.
We just need to make sure nothing like this happen again, because next time Michael will not be as lenient.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, and so
Michael.
when they opened the gate, they did say to you, Dipper, something along the lines of, you're kind of they're letting you go because the crime you committed apparently isn't serious enough to detain you, which is odd. You're going to be charged, it looks like, with brandishing a weapon without due cause, and disturbing the peace. And it apparently, and Uhtred, you kind of know this. Usually, along with brandishing a weapon, there's an imprisonment sentence, but Apparently you did not have to deal with that, but you are going to pay the maximum fine, it looks like. But only Uhtred would know this, because he actually knows a little bit about the law.
Karma takes Dipper's hand and says, "Come on, let's go get you something to eat. Are you hungry?"
I don't really know, Karma. I think I should just get home and lay down.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna
She'll
kind of
start
look.
walking.
How are you? Are you okay, Dipper?
He looks up at Uhtred, and then he just looks back down.
Okay, I should specify something. It sounds like you guys want to go home. If any of you want to go to, like, buy some stuff, now is the time to do it, okay?
Okay.
So if anybody of you, if people want to go do that, you need to let me know now. If we need to split up the party, we can do that. If everybody wants to go, I think I know where you guys are going, but it's up to you guys.
I'm going to return. I'm gonna come over here where everything's happening. I'm gonna return Dipper's knife. Yeah.
He's gonna
I
return.
said that like I was gonna say something else, but yeah.
Dipper holds it in his hands as he gives it to him, and he's actually kind of surprised in a way, but he says, "Thank you. Seriously, thank you." And he puts
Nox
it. He
is
puts
a little
it.
confused by just holding on to someone's weapon for a little bit, even if it is a nice one.
He puts his knife back in his holster on his waist.
Karma will take off his backpack and hand it back.
Oh, thank you so much, Karma. I seriously,
course.
I can't thank you guys enough.
I will always be here for you.
Oh.
Yeah, Finocchio it's just a bit distant. He doesn't seem like he's like Karma, like going up to you, giving you like a, yeah, I'm glad you're safe. He's just kind of staying a bit further from you than you would have expected.
Look, I don't have much money left, but how about we go on the town and I can at least get us a hot meal?
Dipper lifts up his mask, like just his cover. He still has his mask on.
Yeah.
And he says, I don't want your pity, Uhtred."
It's not
And
pity.
he puts it back down and just starts walking away.
I am probably gonna head back to the tavern with Dipper and start working.
Okay.
I'm
So
going to go purchase some armor.
so Dipper and Karma are going back to the tavern.
Well, actually, before I do that, I'm gonna ask Finocchio if he's gonna go to, what is it? Not Archer's Arms.
Asher's Arms.
Asher's Arm.
Asher's Arms. I always call her Archer, and I know it's wrong.
Yeah.
Meep.
Like the
Meep.
spy.
As Dipper kind of walks
Lana!
away, I'm gonna yell at him and go, Dipper.
Okay, but he's walking this way. You turn.
He stops. He doesn't turn around. He just stops.
It's not pity. I have something I want to talk to you about. If you don't want to go, that's fine. But believe me, I don't have pity for you.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Cold-blooded
What?
Uhtred back again.
What is there left to talk about, Uhtred?
Look, I'm just saying we need to talk. I offered you some food. If you don't want it, that's fine. You can go. But believe me, I don't pity you. I know where you've been, or at least know the situation you were just in.
Okay.
Dipper, still just kind of holding a grudge, just starts walking again.
Damn. Okay, so let's
I
decide.
am going to ask Finocchio if he's going to Asher's Arms.
Pinocchio responds. I guess I'll just head back to the tavern too, cause I don't have a lot of money, and I was expecting Dipper and I to share, but I'm just gonna head back.
I'm sure I have money. If we want something, we can get something to eat on the way back.
Yeah.
We can. Dipper overhears this and he says, "We can make a few stops before we go home if we need to. I didn't want to go with Uhtred."
Okay, yes. Well, that is also going to be somewhat difficult. He does have to follow me.
Oh shit! That's right.
I also would like to point something out. You.
I also have to follow you, Dipper.
Yeah.
Part of
Dipper-
your release was that
Dipper-
I watch you.
Dipper says, "Oh my god, you can't be serious."
That was part of you being let out.
I mean, if you don't want to be let out, I can go tell Michael that the arrangement's off and you can go back to prison.
Please, Uhtred, this kind of commentary is not necessary.
Sirius perks up at Dipper saying serious.
And Wesley has been like right next to Sirius, be like, "Hey, buddy, are you okay?" Like,
Yes, this is not good.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
I'm fine.
hand on Dipper's shoulder.
Sirius
Yeah.
kind of smiles a bit weakly.
yeah. Listen, like, I know we haven't seen each other in a while, but if there's anything wrong, just let me know, okay? As we
Yeah,
like both join up with the group.
We can talk again at the tavern. We could talk about everything that's been going on recently.
Sure.
Look,
Catch up. See how your training to become a doctor's going.
Yeah.
I didn't do what I did because I have hatred for you. It was the best thing that we could have done for the situation. That's all. I don't have pity and I don't hate you. I know where you're coming from.
The moment you say it's the best thing for the situation, Wesley grunts, but he doesn't say anything.
That's okay, I'm gonna ignore it.
Yeah, that's fine.
You see Uhtred like okay, actually that Uhtred definitely registers that, but he just like looks off.
Uhtred hears it, but he kinda eye rolls and then like just ignores it.
Okay.
Dipper, if you do not mind, I would like to go get the gauntlets.
Dipper stays silent.
Karma.
Gauntlets? Jesus, baby.
But if you are not up to shopping, then that
No.
is okay, I understand.
Dipper Dipper looks at Uhtred and he says,
Well, where to, Warden?
Ooh. Oh, I would also like to point out when your knife was returned to you, you didn't get your short sword.
Oh, did
Oh,
I?
yeah,
Wait, no, I
Dipper-
didn't. I wasn't holding a short
"Oh
sword. I
shit,
just had the
shit."
knife.
Dipper says, "Oh yeah, and am I gonna get my sword back?"
That wasn't me,
Like-
was it?
Uhtred, you would know that they
Uhtred.
usually don't turn back over like possessed weapons until after you pay your sentence and you're fine.
Once your fine is paid, you will get it back.
God, I fucking hate this city.
You could pay it right
Uhtred's
now.
just gonna kind of look at Dipper and he's gonna kind of like understand what he's saying. Just kind of like, well, we can start heading to Asher's Arms for Karma's gauntlets. Don't know why you need gauntlets, but okay. She's the best weapons craft in the city.
Sometimes when my uncle and I were sparring, the only thing I could do to protect myself was hold my hands up. Otherwise, it would hurt way worse.
As you guys walk around, like you're walking there, you see around the corner walk the Inquisition guard and the other two guards that were over there, or I think there were three, and they walk over and they turn and look at all of you, and the Inquisition guard, before anybody can react, turns, he's going to like strut over towards fucking, what's his name, Dipper, and just like a Terminator approach him, and then the guards go, whoa, 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 and right before, like right in front of you, the Inquisition guard stops, just looking down at you. And the guard goes, whoa, 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 whoa. Cadet, why is he not detained?
He's been remanded into my custody. If you have a problem, go talk to Michael
Dipper,
about it, Captain Michael.
this guy is like 6'3".
I'm in front of the Inquisition and Dipper.
The second
Dipper
you
towers
step in
in
between the Inquisition guard and Dipper, he's just gonna shove you aside.
Nox is gonna kind of nonchalantly turn his face away.
He just
watching this just whistles.
He just mushes you aside, and he grips his gauntlets, and he's gonna turn back around and walk past these guards and walk back over here.
Well,
and he's gonna.
Felix just like creeping away from them, like trying to hide
back in front of. I'm gonna get back in front of Dipper and go, Sergeant, if you got a problem, you'll have to talk to Captain Michael about it, since he's the one that remained into my custody.
He points up to the Inquisition guard, who is like speed walking towards the office. I think he already is.
Well, he's gonna get the same answer, Sergeant.
I believe you,
I don't
Cadet.
know about that.
And about 10 seconds later, you see the Inquisition guard come back out, look over the corner here, and just look down. But he's just standing there watching Dipper.
He's not looking at anyone else, right?
No, well, you can't tell he's got a helmet on.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you can't tell anyways.
Yeah. But
I'm gonna kind of grab Dipper and go, come on, we gotta head on out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
kinda
hide
like
behind Steris
walk.
and shit.
Karma's
With
gonna
Dipper.
put
Dipper starts
link
walking.
her arm in Dipper's arm and start
I've
walking.
fallen. Help, I've fallen and I can't get back up.
I've fallen.
You see, as you guys walk off, the Inquisition guard struts down the palisade here, and he stops right at the
How do I
edge
get up?
and hold shift.
Shift.
So anyways, with that, is everybody going to Asher's arms?
But it's left control, yeah.
I guess,
I want armor.
I want armor.
Who is going? Who isn't going?
I think everyone's going.
Everyone's
Nice,
going.
okay.
Nice, cool.
Excellent.
Hey.
Okay, if everyone wants
I'm
to,
good.
this
Another storekeeper.
this board to the left here, not the I'll delete the
Oh.
one that shouldn't be there actually. This one doesn't need to be there.
Where is Nox?
Nox is here.
Be a Nox.
Nox is a character higher than.
While they're walking, Dipper says, "Hey, Nox, right?"
Yeah.
Dipper says, listen, I don't really know how strict your background checks are, but as of recent events, I kind of have a debt that I got to pay off.
You're
so
hired.
Dipper size.
Like, lean back and go, trust me, he looks for people that don't pass checks.
I also need people to not drink me into debt.
Did you kick Randy out and make him homeless?
Oh god.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Randy,
The
you're no longer living here.
homeless
Okay.
He just walks out.
No, there's just like a mat out front and he just like sits there.
He turns around and he goes, Nox, if I'm not living here, where am I living then?
The gutter, Randy.
I
The
keep him
gutter.
around, but I can't have him be busting drinks anymore.
Well, he won't.
I've
because
caught
he
him a
thinks it
couple
makes you
times taking a
explode.
sip out of customers' drinks.
And like
Well,
when you
remember,
tell him to
too much
stop, he
ale
puts
makes
it
you
back in the
explode.
cup. He like spits
Yeah,
it
he
back
puts
in
it
the
back in the cup.
cup. Like, Randy,
So,
no. He's like, oh.
Where are we at? Are we
I'm
at
moving.
the old-
I'm moving everybody
Okay.
over. Did I not move
Yeah, I
you,
got it.
Nox? I
You
moved.
didn't
Yeah.
move me.
I didn't move you, Uhtred, because you're
Oh,
Nox.
okay.
You because you're over.
Oh,
So I actually made a
it's
little.
a quaint little.
Yes. So, oh, and actually,
That even looks like Asher. Nice.
I know. I put in some work. What can I say? That's what I was doing today. I made a lot of stuff today. If you guys hit N, by the way, that'll probably remove anything that's really in your line of sight. That's like making it hard to look. But 1 second, there was one other thing that I actually found while I was screwing around. It's in furniture. Where is it? I know you're in here. This thing. Yes! There are these displays.
Ooh, very cool.
Yeah. I built this entire section over here. I used the house is pre-made, but this little furnace thing over here is mine. So, anyways, So you guys head south in Serrana Square, and you follow along the edge. You guys see as Serrana Square right now, you guys can see this massive covered object being wheeled over towards Serrana Square. And you can see multiple people standing around with pieces of paper, arguing with one another. You see multiple Inquisition guards around this, and tons of guards as well. Oh, and the statue of Serrana isn't there anymore. It got cracked.
Damn.
You guys approach Asher's arms. Uhtred, roll me a destiny roll.
Okay. No, I don't like this.
Where is this?
If you click on your token, or like the
Okay.
left bar, it'll move it to your
Actually, I
token.
want to check something really quick.
Found it.
I want to check something really quick. Hold on. For you, Jake. I'll check this. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Danger of check.
I think Jake knows what this check is for.
I do know.
Hold on.
Because he stole money.
Hey, I acquired it with Nox. Okay.
Yeah, no, the entire time that was happening and I was at work, I was like, why the fuck did they not ask Kilroy if the money they found in Kilroy's house was fucking Kilroy's?
I trusted Nox, okay?
Oh yeah, I forgot that was Asher that was there, huh?
Oh, actually, yeah. So I'll count that for both of you guys. Hold on.
I'm assuming I've paid back my debt by now.
Yes, you have definitely done so.
I think you should probably make them roll separately just for funsies to see if maybe she holds a stronger grudge
It's one of them than the
against
other.
one of them than the other.
Oh, that's right, because Asher was the one who sold stuff to Kilroy.
She tried to catch us, but we were sly little kids and we ran away because she tripped on our trap.
Oh yeah, the trap
She's
that was
really fast and strong.
Because the masked man was after us, or we didn't know that, but we knew he was stalking around. Yeah.
There was a little warning
That to
system
be
and we got
useful.
away.
Multi-purpose.
Hold on.
How it should be.
Yeah, y'all are like, I'm gonna buy a house with this money.
And we
Like,
did.
yeah, you did. You sure did, and you screwed over Kilroy.
I did my
Actually-
top-notch deed checking skills.
False. I did not screw up.
Okay, so, hey, guys, this is important. You know how he said that, like, so I thought before that what a because if you read the Destiny Point rules, the third option is not to re-roll your D6s. It's to re-roll your Destiny roll. I didn't realize that Destiny roll, they're not talking about the D6s, I don't think. Because it says re-roll a Destiny roll.
Oh.
Okay.
Can I re-roll them on then?
Yes. But you have to spend a Destiny point. But you have to, and you have to accept it.
Destiny roll right now.
So
You're telling me that the Inquisition guard
Yes.
could have never even existed?
Yes. Absolutely.
That's
You have to accept that too.
I will
Oh.
accept it. I will accept it.
Oh, okay.
Let's not choose either. Oh, that
Nox, roll me a dice.
Is this for
This is a Destiny roll. Ooh!
I'm gonna
Oh
spend
my
a command
God.
point to reroll that one.
Destiny point. Okay, reroll it. Reroll.
You brought back the command points.
Yeah, sorry. let me knock down my destiny points by one. Give me a
Okay.
second.
I did that.
She's just gonna hate both of you with a pat. She really hates Nox.
that's
Yeah, we're gonna quickly edit this and then we're gonna.
the max destiny points you could have is 8, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Re-roll it
Probably
again with
update
another
that
destiny
in
point.
the...
Okay, so that die is cursed. I'm gonna be rolling a different one.
Okay.
10,
Ooh, okay. Well,
Would I be able to re-roll it again with a second destiny point?
Can we do that?
No, you have to accept it no matter what.
Ah, dang.
But what if
Oh
I
no,
have
unless they have
destiny
another destiny point to spend for another reroll.
I do.
You can
I
reroll
do
as much
too.
as you want.
Oh,
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah, unless they have another destiny point to spend for another reroll. Yeah, so Jake,
I do.
Okay, roll it.
Okay, so
Okay. I'm editing
forgot.
first.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good. There you go.
Alright. I forgot my destiny point from being on time today, so I'm going to
Use that guy. Hold on,
use
I should real quickly. Oh, too late. Hey.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yes, we're not
Much
hated.
better.
Well, at least Knox isn't.
well,
I had a 17.
No, they're both not hated.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so you can re-roll destiny rolls. Because I was actually watching another content creator play Cogent, and they're like, yeah, you can re-roll. It's not like they're like the roll is for the destiny roll. It's not for like the destiny roll isn't the what's it called roll, isn't the dice.
So
I'm
we
like,
can't
oh.
re-roll the dice then.
You can't re-roll the dice after you roll them though. But nobody's ever used that before.
No.
Yeah, so that's fine.
Well, all I gotta say is, Dipper,
I don't-
if only we
yeah.
knew this, you could have not had an Inquisition guard after you.
Yeah, really.
Too bad I didn't watch that video like last week. Anyways, or I'm sorry, no, you guys are wrong. Not had an Inquisition guard after you.
As an Inquisition guard after you.
So you guys approach and you guys see actually
Basher
Yes.
passed on to the
Hold
next
on, hold
life,
on.
so our destiny rolls were no needed.
Jake, can you also roll me another destiny roll? This is completely
Oh.
unrelated to the one you just made. It's important
Okay.
and it's just for you.
I have a question.
Okay.
Damn.
So that's fine. Hold
I
on.
have a question.
Yes.
Do I get a destiny point for a recap?
You do get a destiny point for recap.
My thing.
Do I
Destiny
get
roll
one for
for
my
something
part of
better?
recap?
Sure.
Yes!
I'm being
Hell yeah,
nice.
gamers.
Jack, I'm gonna like go fucking Super Saiyan one session because I'm building up so many destiny points.
That's fine.
You should gift me one, so I can
Nope.
I
reroll
can
that.
already do that.
I almost
Maxed
have max
out.
destiny points.
Me
I am
too.
at max.
Time to spend them.
Sounds like it's
Jack
kind
is like putting his hands together, like, let's just murder these kids.
Just need to hurt them a little bit so they spend them.
No.
I would do that. Totally.
Okay.
Hold on. Moments.
These dice are cursed. I haven't rolled well with these dice at all.
The curse.
Probably because you can't change the color of them.
Probably, yeah. Hold on.
Just rolling the same virtual die.
Unique. Okay.
I got a nat 20 for Dipper when I rolled.
That's newbie luck. Uhtred, you see two figures kind of clad in kind of these darkish robes standing at the shopkeep at Asher. You see,
Do I recognize them?
roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah. You hear a familiar voice as he goes in kind of a crossroads kind of trash accent, kind of the same accent you have. You hear, and how much will that be for that one? You recognize this voice as Finna.
Oh, can you? Oh,
Wait, who?
I'm gonna turn around and be like I just seen a ghost, and I'm gonna kind of like double take and kind of like walk up and go, whatever the price it is worth it.
Huh? And you see Finna here turn over his shoulder here, and Finna, he's kind of unrecognizable now as he's a lot older now than when you left. 2 years, and he seems to have grown quite a lot. You see your friend and he kind of turned. Oh, why am I stuck in build mode right now? Why can't I grab anything? Oh, it's because you were on
Content
top.
creator's curse.
He turns around and looks at you. You see your friend Finna, dirty brown hair. Finna was never the sharpest looking. Kind of had kind of a horse face, but he seems to be in good health, and he's a lot less skinny than when you last left. And he turns and goes, Uhtred, and he's gonna jump and hug you.
I'm gonna give him a hug too and go, Finnan. It's Finnan, by the way. I might have mistyped it.
You see, it's Bioka?
Bianca.
Bianca?
Bianca.
Bianca turns and goes,
Good man, shut up.
Uhtred! And Bioka, I don't know why, I know this is a girl model, but it's a dude.
That's okay.
And he
We
turns,
forgive you. It's
he turns
limitations.
and he shoots Felix. No, I'm joking. He turns and he also...
And then I pat him on the back for ending my pain and suffering.
And it's kind of this bear hug real quick as they kind of, the three of you kind of reconnect. And they look at you and they go, what are you doing here? Redwall, that's right!
I've been here since the spore came. What have you guys been up to? I've wanted to go back, but I just I kind of got stuck here.
Finna turns to you. So you see, for you, those of you can see Finna, which is this guy right here. Finnan. So Finnan appears, kind of got this horse face. He's really plain looking. He's got like long, kind of longish brown hair. He's got a little bit. He's a little bit on the tubby side, which is weird for you, Uhtred, because it looks like he's been very well fed. On the other side, you see Bioka, and Bioka is that the right way to say, Jake?
Yeah, that's fine. That works.
I thought it was Bianca.
Bioka
is actually better. I like that better. So that's now the name.
Bioka, on the other hand, he looks to be much healthier than he used to be, but he's not fat. He's actually quite in good shape. Uhtred, you see his distinctive left eye that he lost when one of the house runners beat him senseless. And his eye never recovered, and he's blinded in his left eye. He has scars on his face.
Man, I got blind friends.
But yeah, oh no, in just one eye though, he can still see. One eye privilege. But he kind of looks to you and goes, "We've been around. We were traveling with the caravan here from Crossroads."
I just don't even know what to say. I mean, I feared you guys just were gone.
As you guys are talking, you see Asher kind of lean over on her table and go, Uhtred, it's really great you're having your moment, but you guys moving aside, I have customers.
Oh, sure, Asher.
She kind of just gives you like a little like half smile, like not to like she's like, I'm not trying to be offensive.
Oh. But she is, so.
Well, she wants to make money. So you guys.
Such as Asher.
So you guys step aside, and what was your question, Jake?
I said, such as Asher, she's offensive.
So Bioka kind of looks. How have you been in Redwall? You've been doing good?
Yeah, it was a rough start, but I've been all right. Working, just kind of making it by.
You he looks down at your outfit. You on a con right now?
No. I'm actually
they both kind of look surprised.
Part of the guard.
Do we hear this? We all hear this, right?
I don't think
I'm not being quiet.
Yeah,
so.
they're not yet. Bioka kind of looks at Finnan. It's Finnan?
Finnan, yes. Yes, it's an Irish.
And he kind of looks at him, and here, let me change that, because it's got an A on the end. Let me rename that. It's an I. He looks at Finnan, and he kind of, they both kind of look back and goes, really?
Yeah, when I got here, I just couldn't keep doing what I was doing. Some stuff happened, and I found a job with the guard.
Well, that's great, Uhtred. I'm real happy for you. That's good to hear. And Bioka goes, I can't believe it, Uhtred. And you, it's a shock.
I know. Trust me. You asked me. You told me to be a cadet in the guard a year ago. I would have laughed in your face.
They kind of both chuckle to themselves and go, well, after you left, things got bad for a time, but we landed on our feet all right, and we're not really in that business anymore. Yeah, we're on a mission.
Really? What kind of mission?
We're not supposed to really say, but it's an important one. I promise, Uhtred, we're doing the good work.
I believe you. I can't believe after all this time we crossed paths here.
Yeah, it's almost like destiny, you know. Tomorrow's an important day, and it's good to see you. It truly is. Where are you staying?
I'm actually at Ellis Tavern right now.
I'll have to swing by later. We gotta go. We just and you see he's got this bundle of arrows in his arms and what appears to be a bowstring, and some other like items. He goes and he has his longbow on his back, and underneath his kind of darker robes, you can see what appears to be like gambeson underneath. And he kind of nods and he goes, I swear, Uhtred, if I could stay right now, I totally would. But we gotta go. But Ellis Tavern?
Yeah, Ellis Tavern. It's excuse me. What district is it in again?
It would be over in, I believe, Castle Ward.
Yeah.
It's in Castle Ward district.
All right, we'll swing by. I promise you. And
I'll buy us a round of drinks.
I forgot we can do that now. We can afford it. He kind of just laughs. Wow, weird times. It's
Well, I won't keep you guys. It was great seeing you. Just make sure you stop on by. We need to catch up.
Don't worry. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Finna, we really should go though. And Finna goes, "It's really good to see you, Uhtred." And he kind of steps forward and gives you a hug. He's kind of like chubby body.
Give him a hug, man.
And Bioka kind of
It's
just puts
chubby
out.
body.
Bioka just kind of puts out a hand. Bioka has changed a lot. Finna was always kind of timid, but Bioka used to be way more timid.
Yes.
When you were around, but he seems to have kind of taken the lead.
I'm gonna put my hand out and give him a man handshake on the forearm as they did back in the day.
And he kind of goes, "May he be with you." And he's gonna turn around and walk off.
And I'm gonna be like, "So they're meeting the Bright Lord up there?
Huh?
Are they meeting the Bright Lord?"
It's a common saying.
With you? Okay. Well,
And
I'm just asking because we've never heard that. Have we?
You probably
Not that one,
not that one, no.
but it's similar to others that other people have said.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever
I'm
said
just
that.
gonna kind of stand there watching them walk off.
Yeah. Okay. So for the rest of you up there, you see this rather gorgeous vampire. She's got this kind of palish skin, this dark black hair, these really like bright, effervescent, like violet eyes, and she kind of leans over a counter. But she would be like she's super pretty, but she's also covered in soot, and her hands and like she's built, and her hands are like rough and stuff. And she kind of leans forward. You can see on the counter in front of you multiple books. All of them appear to be kind of like kind of more of the more like romantic novels. Some of them a bit more seedy than other ones. And she appears to have one, and you can see there's all these smudge marks all over them where soot and stuff has rubbed over them over time. She kind of leans across the counter and goes, well, how can I help you? Welcome to Asher's Arms.
Hello, thank you. Yes, I'm actually looking for gauntlets, ones that can withstand many hits.
Well, why don't you, are all of you here for, items? Weapons?
Yes.
Okay, and
Yes.
she's gonna step around
Dipper-
here and, open
Dipper
up. What's you gonna say?
Dipper buds in and he says, "Actually, I was wanting to see if you could sharpen and maintain one of my blades."
Absolutely. We have those services here. And she's going to go ahead and actually move this rope aside here and open up. And she says, "Come right on in."
Excellent.
And she
Dipper walks in.
she motions to the weapons here, and she goes, "At Asher's Arms, we use the finest steel in all of Redguard." And she pulls it up. You guys see the sword she has. It appears to be. It's almost like this, like dull bluish gray material. It's not like shiny like steel. She goes, "We temper the steel very differently here, and an old family trade, but I can assure you there's no finer weapons." And actually, she turns around and she points to the wall, and up on the wall over here, you can see the crest right here of House Redguard. And she goes, "Lord Redguard comes here personally, actually, and has endorsed my store, so excellent quality."
Indeed, yes, Uhtred have told us many good things.
She kind of nods and goes, "Well, look around, and if you find anything you like, let me know. I can help you if you need anything particular." It sounded like you wanted some gauntlets.
Yes.
Right over here, and she leads you over to the armor. Okay.
I want to inspect to see if there are any that look like they can take quite a few hits, but aren't going to stand out too much under my clothes.
So you see multiple, well, if you're going to wear gauntlets, because I don't think you have long sleeves.
I was going to buy a long sleeve shirt, but things happened.
So,
We're no longer allowed back in the clothes store.
I'm assuming not.
They're not really, because
banned.
So if you're trying to hide these with your current clothes, there's probably no way. I mean, they're gauntlets; they would be on your hands. Whether you get in trouble for that or not, it might just look like a weird fashion statement.
Remember?
Maybe she starts a trend.
No, didn't you see the picture that I sent you of what the clothes look like? It's like a turtleneck, but on the side, it's like a cutout of the shoulders, but there are long, puffy sleeves. It's kind of oversized.
So it hangs over your hands?
Here, yeah.
Okay, so that should be a
think
problem.
I still have it on thing. I was just looking for a...
So let me look up the
Cuter
price.
shirt.
Maybe you start a new fashion trend.
Of course.
D&D. So let's see here. So are you going for plate gauntlet plate gauntlets, or are you going for because there's basically a couple options you have, and the way it works is going to be the durability. So if you get the plate ones are going to last the longest, okay? But they're very expensive.
I see.
You can go a step below that, which would be like chainmail, and it still has plates on it. It's not full plate, but it's not nearly as good protection. So you have the plate, which is the top. Then we'll have what's called kind of more of a medium armor style, where it looks like kind of the same, but it doesn't have as many plates. It's more of chainmail and whatnot. You notice that this one doesn't have. It doesn't let you have your fingers. They're it's like mittens instead of having individual fingers like the plate mail one. But you're wrapping your fingers basically inside of what appears to be chainmail. So it's like a chainmail like mitten basically. And then the step below that appears to be armor, and or kind of what you consider more light armor. And this appears to be kind of more of gambeson gloves with chainmail kind of laid into it. Though this gives you your dexterity of your fingers, this is one's gonna have the least durability, and on top of that, you don't have any plate on it.
How expensive is the one that I don't have to give up dexterity for, but can hold up longer?
So that's the plate one. I believe, let's see here. So it's 1,500 for the full set. And we're going to say gloves are probably one of the most intricate parts to make because of the hands. I will say that costs 400 bronze pieces.
Excuse me,
Actually,
what the fuck?
we'll say 350.
Bronze?
Yes.
400 bronze.
What?
Yes.
What?
That's so expensive.
That is
Guys,
crazy
guys.
expensive.
Dipper's
Plate
like,
mail
I can pay
and-
off my debt.
Guys, plate mail in real life
How's that
was like a
work?
Lamborghini.
Ugh.
Like, I'm looking at the D&D thing right now, and so for a full set of plate mail is 1,500 bronze in our world. A full, for if you wanted splint, which is like, if you look up what splint is, it's a different type of armor. That one would be 200 bronze for a full set. The plate is by far the most expensive. It is really expensive.
Dipper's like, I can pay off my whole debt.
Yeah, and then some.
Do you want to know what the ones below that are?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one below that would be, let's do the same, so I took that amount. So the ones below that would be about, we'll say 90 bronze. And then the
I
step
have
below that,
9.
the step below that, the really cheap ones, well then they're not bad, they're just lighter, and they're like, they're gonna give you the same protection, but they're not gonna hang, like, they're not gonna, like, hold up as
Yeah.
long. Those ones, we'll say those ones would cost 7 bronze.
Okay.
And also
Goodbye,
the way
money.
durability works. If it, how would that work? Would I be able to come back to Asher's arms and get that repaired, or is it like a, oh crap, it's broken and there's no way to.
So what you're gonna do is every time you take a hit, I'm gonna say, okay, we're gonna roll a dice, and or every time you take a hit, and it's like it actually goes through your armor, which means it penetrates you. I'm gonna roll a dice behind the scenes. If you're wearing multiple, actually it depends on where you get hit, but basically I'm gonna say like deduct a point. And if things break, if they get shattered and like destroyed completely, then you can't repair them. But like if they're damaged and you bring them, they can get serviced.
And does it work the same for shields?
Yes, it works the same for weapons, everything. And so what I'm gonna give the durability for those lowest tier gauntlets is going to be 3. So if you use your armor points to protect yourself, then you can take 3 hits. After that, if you take all 3 of those hits, then they're basically like torn apart.
Yeah.
And then I would
so we
say
also have the option to not let that damage, like use armor points to like minimize that damage.
you could just
We have the
take
option.
it. You could just take the hit, but like it really would be dumb to take the hit. Like the point of armor in real life, if like armor is like you are literally spending money to protect yourself. If you never get hit though, then it shouldn't be a problem. But having armor points is pretty fucking nice. And let me just say, right now you guys are really broke in general. Like this isn't that expensive. At least the first 2. The plate is kind of expensive, but you guys are just poor.
Yeah.
Dipper says,
If you guys
the
would've-
amount of money that
Let me check. If you guys would have raided that fucking treasure trove, you guys would
You're
be good.
welcome.
Yeah, you guys.
It, well,
If
someone
only
fell in a
someone did
fucking
step
hole.
in a fucking
I wonder who.
hole.
Hey,
Speaking of, has
Hey.
Uhtred finished? Oh wait, has
I
Uhtred
remember I
finished
started
his
with
strengths?
extra at the very beginning.
yeah, I'm actually. Uhtred's gonna sit down and take his boot
Uch-
off. And,
if
like,
you're
sit down right there
if
and
you're
kinda, like,
wondering if you're loaded, let me check here. I don't have roll 20 open, do I? There it is. Let me check you.
Because I think it was like I put mine at like 2 gold,
That's
43
right.
bronze, 20 copper. Okay, cool.
You're
Uhtred's taking his boot off, right?
Damn, all y'all are
I'll, like, check
poor.
my foot out.
Nox. You should have
So I'd be
money.
able to.
Or
I'd be able
Nox,
to
you say
buy,
they're
like-
poor.
Wait, what?
Did you say they're poor or because?
Yeah, I said they're poor.
Oh, yeah.
Wesley's gonna like stroll over to you, and he's
Imagine.
not gonna say anything, and he's gonna like pull out a small little bag, and he's like, "It's for your foot. It's from Lady Redguard."
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and buy the
Thanks,
cheapest
Felix.
gauntlets.
Okay.
And then, I'm gonna ask her if there's any way that I could have my deck. No, the cheapest ones have dexterity, right?
Are we supposed to be being helped one at a time, or can I be up here too?
We'll out of game here, unless you guys really want to interact with Asher. We can just do this like between you and me. So if you want to
Sure.
buy those gauntlets, Karma, that's gonna be 7 bronze.
Yeah.
Okay. And actually, hold on, let me make sure about that.
Me realizing I paid 8 bronze for a dagger.
Element.
Yeah, but back then, bronze was worth like 1/10 of what it is now.
I know, I'm just playing.
So, anyways, yeah, we'll say 7 for the gauntlets. The reason why it's cheaper and proportionate to the full price is because like what makes it really expensive is the articulation of the fingers. It's harder to make that, I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm also just trying to like roughly do about like 1/4 of the or 1/4 to 1/5 of the cost of the full thing. So
Couldn't you then just ask for like van braces, like not hand protection but arm protection?
you could ask for van braces. If you guys go over
Cheaper,
to
maybe?
if you go over to Roll20, I think the reason why she wants gauntlets is because gauntlets technically make it so even if you're unarmed, you still roll. You don't lose the dice.
Yeah.
So let me check here. But if you guys go over to the Cogent hardcore combat rule or hardcore armor combat rules, small shields give you +1, medium shields give you +2, large shields give you +3, a helmet gives you +1, upper protection, which counts as breastplate and fold, gambus and chainmail, that counts as +1 to armor. Arm protection counts as pauldrons, arms, and gauntlets. Those are each +1. And then leg protection is also +1. So you can wear gauntlets. You could wear gauntlets, arms, and pauldrons. That's +3. You could wear upper body protection, which is +1. So then you have technically 4. You could wear leg protection. That's 5. And then 6 with the helmet.
Can I try and persuade her into a discount?
Sure. How do you phrase it?
I have a question. Is this lowest you can go? Because I'm new to city, don't exactly have a lot of money. But I do intend on coming back quite a bit.
She looks at you. Make me a persuasion check. We'll say this is a CL... I'm gonna make this a CL4. This is a difficult task because she literally gets this every day.
Yeah, of course. So I have 3 points in persuasion. It's base 3, right?
So it's gonna be 3.
You have 3 in persuasion?
Yes, sir.
So
Oh my goodness.
So that's when she chose to be the highest. So it's 3 plus that, and then if you have int, then you'd add that. But I don't think you do.
I do not. So it would just be 66.
It would be 66.
Excellent.
66
Okay.
what?
D6 for persuasion. Go ahead
Yes.
and roll. Ooh, you need 1 more in order to make that. You're 1 below.
Yes.
Can I use a destiny
You
point?
can use a destiny point.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Can I change that 3 into a 4 or whatever?
No, you have to declare that beforehand, but you can just spend 1 and get it to a 4. So she kind of looks at you, and she goes, well, if you promise to come back and buy something else.
Yes, of course. I actually work at Ella's Tavern. I get tips, so I intend to come back, buy some good weapons, some good armor.
And you're friends with Nox and Uhtred?
Yes, I am.
She kind of like looks.
Hey, she likes us.
She does like you now. She does like you now. She kind of
We
looks.
did good destiny rolls.
She kind of looks and she smiles and she goes, "Well, they're okay most of the time, so okay. We'll do it for. We'll do it for 4."
Just saying that my 17 and your 19 got us okay.
But you have to come back and buy something else.
I hate to see what the 4 and the 10 was.
Yeah, right.
Of course.
Okay.
I'd really hate to see what the 4 and
Well,
the
no,
10
I
was.
didn't expect her to be like, oh, they're salt of the earth. They're so good people. Like,
No, but like,
I think this
if
is
we got
about what I
okay.
expect. Like, okay, yeah, they're.
But
This
like,
is the best you can have. It's like you did like. What I'm
messed
thinking
up
of is
at
you
the end.
guys explained it and you actually like showed that you guys were helping Kilroy, and so then yeah.
But I'm saying I'd hate to see what the 4 and the 10 were.
Oh, dude, like it would have been it would have basically been like I'm not doing business with you. Like go find another shop. Oh, and actually, so you are buying these gauntlets for Asher's arms, right? So everything you buy, we're gonna say light armor lasts for 3.
Lasts for 3 what?
3 hits.
Probably
3
write this
durability.
in the mechanics section.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
I
write
missed
this.
that. Shit.
So, and I can't wait till they add this to Cogent, or to Talespire, where you can actually have a sheet. But what we're gonna say, and again, this might be subject to change, but I won't ever be unfair about it. But for light armor, anything that counts as light armor, we're gonna say that is that is 3 hits it can take before like it's completely broken, and these are like hits, right? So game mechanics. So we'll say light.
What do you mean hits?
Like it has to hit through your armor.
A hit.
Oh, got it. Okay, so like if the armor protects it, it doesn't lose a point.
Yeah, because the way I'm counting it is
non-hit.
is if it pierces your armor, that means that it, like if you get hurt, that means it's going through your armor. Okay? I could make it that it just does it every single time, but that doesn't seem fair.
No.
Just remember, it has to be a hit, not a not hit.
Yeah.
So light has, and here's the thing,
Introduce swarm enemies, and it just like eats through your armor like immediately in a turn.
We haven't had a lot of swarm encounters.
Oh yeah, we have not.
Yeah.
I intend to.
I have.
So then
We had the
Now
zombie
that
swarm
the party
in
has
the crypt.
armor, it's time for a swarm encounter.
Yep.
In the middle of Redwall. Swarm!
Yeah, zombie outbreak. In
Is
the
there
middle of
leather
Redwall.
armor?
That'll be light. Yes. So everything technically gives you the same protection, but it's gonna last a lot less long. Like it will run out very quick if it's light.
So
Now it's
just-
way
And then we're doing
it is way better than nothing. Let me tell you that though. Like this is a smart thing. It's better to have anything because like you can just avoid injury, and avoiding injury is the safest thing.
I have another question.
Yeah.
Last game, did we award for best roleplay Destiny point?
Yeah, I went
I
to
believe we
Dipper.
did.
We
Yeah.
gave it to
Okay.
Dipper.
Okay, I wanted to
Yeah,
make
I
sure I
got
was
it.
remembering that right, because I was like,
light armor again?
What are you trying to buy, Vince?
Oh, light armor. How
Okay,
much is it?
for an entire set.
Yeah, sure.
And by the way, if you guys want,
Right now, Wes isn't buying anything. He's actually right next to.
So here, I'm gonna throw this over here. I'm gonna throw this under player resources.
Okay, that's actually more helpful. Thanks.
So gold, let me tell you something. So gold, and I'm gonna scale it basic. So what I gave you was from the studded leather, which studded leather is ridiculous. That's not what they really were. I'm counting that as gambeson. Okay, so this is nicer armor. Okay.
What about like
Okay.
splinters? Wait, Gambison is nicer armor.
Gambeson is nicer than padded, which padded would basically just be like.
Isn't padded is Gambison?
Padded is Gambeson, but I'm saying there's like chain, like you have like chainmail inside of it. That's
But
how.
like splint is the level as the medium.
Well, what I'm gonna basically do it here, I think, is padded would be 1. It's like good for 1 hit. Leather would be 2. Studded leather would be 3. Hide would be 4. Chainmail or chain shirt would be 5. Scale would be 6. Breastplate would be 7. Half plate would be 8. And then so on and so forth. Actually, I think plate technically becomes 11 then. So basically, if you buy more expensive pieces, then I'll give you. If you buy more expensive pieces, then they last for longer. But I should note that, like, think about this in terms of, like, if you're on a longer, like, trek, like, you might not be able to repair it. And so having armor that lasts longer is actually
Oh, so
really
it
good.
won't destroy. We have the opportunity to repair it. It won't just destroy
It
entirely.
only
Yes.
gets destroyed if it literally hits 0.
Okay. Wait. Oh. So even if it does, okay.
So technically, Karma and
I can just take it off between battles.
well, you could just take it off, but like if it takes a hit that drops it to 0, then it's ruined.
Okay.
And there's another stipulation. Because you guys are buying... Actually, no, I'm sorry. Asher's Arms makes weapons. They do not make... She's selling other people's armor.
Doesn't hit armor.
She's not an armorer. She makes weapons. So if you buy her weapons, then their weapon durability is going to go up by 1. So if you have an Asher's Arms weapon, it always is +1 durability.
Yes.
Okay.
So did Felix give me that vial?
Yes. And so
Yeah.
this appears to just
Wait.
be healing blood.
Yeah, and while this is happening, Felix is also just like gonna start absent-mindedly taking out bandages, like since your foot is exposed. And he's gonna be like, "You seem to have a knack for falling into traps."
I'm just gonna kind of look at Felix and go, "What is your problem?"
Wait, hold on. Let me see where you guys are. Hold on. Okay, yeah, nothing happens.
Well, Felix was saying it jokingly, so he's
Doesn't
like,
matter.
smile. Okay, but yeah.
But nothing happened.
Wait, me?
Think about what you just said.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Which is why I ignored it. And I just went, "What is your problem, Felix?"
What? I'm trying to help this time.
Okay. I don't understand why you're like
Because what?
this way with me.
Just like it was a city situation. I just hate how I just Felix is just gonna shut up and he's just like, just let's drop it.
Still as naive as ever, Felix.
Yeah, but but while he's like saying to drop it, he's gonna help bandage your foot again, like to redo your bandages.
And then I'm gonna say still naive as ever, Felix.
And he's just gonna roll his eyes and keep helping you, even if he's like still not happy with you. And then
Still trying to
when
buy
he's
a set of
finished, he's gonna stand up and it's like, well, I guess I'll see you around. Good luck with guard stuff or whatever.
Preferably not.
Yeah, that's right. Because, prison. Sure. Well, good luck with.
I was saying
whatever.
preferably I don't see you around.
God damn, you're a dick. None of that sentence better but
Well,
yeah.
This is being a dick to me.
not really.
Yeah.
Wesley's gonna.
You're the
like,
bad guy
pause.
here.
Wesley's gonna pause and he's gonna be like, "Yeah, okay."
Dude just fixed your foot.
And then he's gonna.
didn't ask him to.
leave.
But he obviously cares. Man, okay. So you're walking away, Wesley?
Yeah, he's just gonna walk away and try to rejoin like Cirrus and Nox.
Okay. As you're walking away, Felix, I won't make you guys roll for that. You guys see, and let me drag them out.
Wait, is something else happening? I'm still trying to buy a set of armor.
Yeah, we'll deal with that first. If you guys want to buy armor and weapons, the armor and weapon, I would suggest buying armor. Armor is really good. Gauntlets are really good too, because they, technically, if you're wearing gauntlets, you're not technically unarmed if you get you don't take the negative. That's the benefit of gauntlets. Also, they're probably one of the easier things to hide, but not super easy because you actually have to be on your hands. The weapons, I thought some compelling ones are. And remember, this is stuff for right now, you guys don't want to maybe carry around, if you guys leave the city, you guys probably want to carry around more serious weapons. Inside the city, it might look weird and you would probably get stopped by guards. I thought, for walking around, I always thought a cane sword would be cool. Or a spear.
That's what Felix needs.
I would
That's expensive.
well, not really. Those would be expensive.
cane
Cross.
sword,
I would also suggest. I mean, one thing I thought about would be a spear, a short spear, and then get the top and get a false top to put on top of it so it hides the spike. So then you can just look like it's a walking stick kind of. And then if it came down to it, you could just rip that off and fight. That would be cool. I would also suggest light crossbows and short bows the light ones you could conceal kind of if you had a cloak on or something. I would like to remind you guys that at some point we are going to go outside the walls and actually get out into. I won't say when, but I know when it's going to happen, or if it happens.
Could I conceal a gambeson jacket?
Absolutely.
With my cloak?
Yeah,
okay.
100%.
How much would that be?
Gambeson, and so
like a full set of gambeson level gear. It'll take like 3 hits.
If it's when you mean full set, do you mean like
how many pieces of armor can I equip or what?
Technically, let me look here. Let me check here. I believe you can equip. So that would be medium. So that would be for the entire set. That would be the upper protection. That would be the arm you could do. I don't know if Gambeson has pauldrons, so I don't think you could do that. Pauldrons are kind of a plate thing. You could definitely have arm protection. Definitely have gauntlets. So that'd be. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, you can't have Curson because that's like that would be metal. That'd be the next level up. But that'd be 1, 2, 3, and then you can't get a Gambeson 4, and then so you could get 4. So you'd pay 45 bronze for 4 armor, and you would have a
45 a piece or 45 total.
45 total.
Okay.
So that would be Gambeson, arm protection, gauntlets. And then, let me double check here and make sure.
And then each of these is 3 durability apiece, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Double check here. Grease. Yeah.
What's the medium tier of it cost?
Let me check here.
Yeah.
And this is nice. So I think Curse. One second. Let me double check here. Just want to make sure I'm telling you the right stuff. Actually, I don't know if it would be, because I think Curson and Greaves are technically metal, which is not Gambeson.
Curson?
Yeah, so Curson is the leg protection. I wonder if they have Gambeson Curse. It's C-U-I-S-S-E-S. It's the leg protection. Let me see. Gambeson. They do have Gambeson. Never mind. I was wrong. You're good. But they don't have the Greaves, because Greaves are metal.
Okay.
So this would be, you would have, let me double check actually, let me see if Greaves. I'm trying to be historically accurate.
Yeah, yes, back in the old days, whenever we cast magic and we're monster people.
Yeah, it does not look like there, I don't think there's, and please nobody in the comments get angry at me, I'm ignorant. It doesn't appear that there are any Gambeson Greaves. So that would be leg protection, which would be the, how do you say that? Let me make sure I'm saying that right. But that would be leg protection for you. C-U-I-S-S-E-S. I think it's pronounced differently. Let me double check how I pronounce that. But that would be, you'd have leg protection, gauntlets, arms, not pauldrons, so arms, gauntlets, leg, and then you would have a Gambeson jacket. And that would give you 4. And that does not include the helmet. But this is stuff that you could conceal. And another thing is, like, if you're wearing heavy plate mail underneath your clothes, that's going to make a lot more noise. People would be able to notice that a lot more.
So Gambeson is concealable.
Gambeson is definitely concealable.
Okay, is there like, okay, so just how much for as many pieces of concealable level 3 armor I can get?
It would be 45 bronze. So for 4 pieces...
45 for 4 pieces.
So yeah, that would be...
How much is a copper versus a bronze again?
So 100 copper is 1 bronze, 100 bronze is 1 gold.
Okay.
And then 100 gold is 1 platinum.
Okay, so 45 you said?
Yes, it would be 45 bronze.
So that leaves me with 97 bronze left.
So here, I will message this to you what you have now.
Okay.
Let me see here. 1 second, Vince. I'll have to look at that DM you sent me afterwards. But you would have So the parts of armor you are buying are the gambeson.
Yeah.
You are buying
Let me add these to my sheet.
the arms. And technically the arms are attached to the gambeson because the gambeson's like a jacket.
Okay.
But it counts. Because like you have chest protection, you have arm protection, you have hand protection, and you have leg protection.
What about a head?
You'd have to buy a helmet.
Okay.
But wearing around a helmet would not technically
Yeah,
be
I probably
concealable.
wouldn't. I'd probably just skip.
So those are the 4 pieces of armor. Each of those is +1, and that is concealable. But you have to wear something over it, and of course, like theoretically, you could walk around in it, and I don't think you would necessarily get in trouble. It would be kind of weird if if a guard stopped you, but like you could just be like, I fear for my life, or I've had rough shit happen to me. They're usually like because this isn't really like. If you're wearing plate mail, they might be like, what? Like, are you going to war? But if you kept a cloak over this, I feel like you could probably just like pass it off. Okay,
Alright.
there were other questions. Sirius, I believe you were asking for what the next level up would be?
Yep.
So for that, which one in particular did you want to know about?
My money bag's pale in comparison to
Probably concealable. So, like
So
chain or something like that, probably. Would that be accurate?
probably in terms of concealing, probably the highest would be what Buddy has, which is the gambeson, and it just goes and his lighter gambeson. It doesn't have as much chainmail. It doesn't have it's something you could wear underneath, and it's not gonna clack against anything, and it's not gonna make weird noises. It's a lot of it. It's what I don't know if you guys know what gambeson is, but it's literally tons of cloth pushed together, and it's really dense.
It's like a quilt, right?
Yeah, it's actually ridiculously effective. Like gambeson is what we think of as leather armor was actually gambeson. Apparently they didn't really use leather, or at least there's no historical records of people using a lot of leather for armor. But in terms of wearing it as
leather bracers, though.
You could always make it out of gambeson. Apparently leather, and now the stipulation is that leather, I think it rots easier, so that might be a reason why there's not a lot of historical references to it. But apparently, leather was for more other things, like shoes and saddles and stuff, whereas you could make really good protective gear out of gambeson. So if you wanted to conceal it, that would be in the light armor tier. That would be studded. Or that would effectively be on that D&D chart I gave you. That would be studded, and that'd be all +3. The next step up from that, which is not concealable, is hide, but we're not really gonna say it's hide. We're just using that as a tier. That next level up it's equivalent to actually that might be the thing, because that makes more sense. Yeah, we'll say the hide is equivalent to the studded leather. The only difference is that the hide would be, we're going to count hide as it would have more cheap parts, it's more kind of crude parts. It wouldn't be concealable. It would make noise and clatter and stuff.
Okay.
It's Felix fine.
I guess there's nothing against me just getting 2 pairs of armor. One
There's
concealable
nothing. And it's pretty cheap.
and another travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I could spend 45 bronze for the base.
Yes.
Just minus the helmet, maybe.
Yes.
If that reduces it at all.
Yes. The helmet is not factored into this cost. The helmet is extra. This is for your body. Because the helmet is always either going to be metal or something else.
Okay, so the gambeson's only.
Yeah. So the whole gambeson set is, we're gonna say that's the 45, and that gives you
And
plus.
gambeson set's +3.
So so the full gambeson here, I'll send you. Each of these pieces of armor gives you +1, so you would have +4 armor. Now I would like to point out that in general, because we subtract we subtract, and when you wear this, by the way, I have to point this out. For every 2 pieces of armor every 2 pieces of armor points, you lose, you deduct a, actually for light it might be different. But for now, I'm gonna think about this after the game, but for now, the way it works is that for every, actually that's kind of weird. I'll have to think about that because it's kind of unrealistic. We might do away with that rule. But for right now, for every 2 points in armor, actually, do I even like that though? Yeah, it balances it. So for every 2 points in armor, you're gonna lose an like a swim, an athletics, an acrobatics, and you don't lose ride/pilot, but I think it's those 4. And the reason why is it's like if you're wearing extra armor, then it's harder to sprint at full speed. It's harder to jump as high. It's really harder to swim. It's harder to like be dexterous. Even though it's concealable, you're putting more stuff on you and it's restricting you. And that rule might change. I need to think about it.
Okay. I guess it might benefit me to be dexterous.
But you could always just buy one, like, you could always buy, like, 3 pieces of armor and only take the -1 hit.
Yeah,
but you trade an armor.
Okay. Let's go with a set of concealable +3.
So you don't want
whatever that is.
So we'll say, instead of, what do you not want to have? And there's the gambeson, the arms, remember the helmet isn't the helmet isn't a part of that.
Okay.
So there's gambeson, arms, gauntlets, and then the legs.
Let's do.
And actually, I'm sorry. So actually, the real option is because the gambeson and the arms for this one, it's like a jacket. I don't know if you know what gambeson looks like. Google it, but it's a jacket. So you have to. So that's technically 2 points of armor. It's one thing. So really, it's like, do you not want the legs or the gauntlets?
We'll say the legs.
Okay, the legs it is. So we'll say that costs. I said she was charging 7 for the gauntlets. So we're gonna say then instead of it being 45, that is 38 bronze.
Okay, 38, and then I want like durable, unconcealed probably.
So what you would probably want, probably the most affordable. Let me see here. I'm kind of going off of the gold price here, and I'm actually gonna make an explicit chart for you guys. And I'll make sure if you guys want to change what you bought later to make sure you don't get screwed, that's fine. But for now, we'll say you want like something. So I would say, so the chain skirt is pretty affordable. The chain skirt and the scale mail. We're gonna say that's 50. So that would be an actual, like, you would have chest armor, arm armor, gauntlet armor. You would even have, I think, if it's like a chain shirt, it might even have the hood, which would hang off the back. And then it would also have legs for sure. So that would be, so let me double check here, but I believe that would be, because basically you have like a hoodie, but it's chainmail. Yeah, so you would get 1, 2, 3, 4. You'd get 4 on this one because what's expensive are the pauldrons would be more because that's actually like plate, and then the greaves seem to be made out of metal generally. I don't know if there's like non-metal greaves. Let me double check that. But is there chainmail greaves? I think greaves are generally metal. Oh, there are chainmail greaves, so you can get chainmail. Okay, cool. So then we can say for you that would be a 5. So that would be 5 pieces of armor instead of 4. So you would hit that. It's that magic number where you're odd. That would cost 50. This is not concealable though, and I'll say for this one, for right now, off the top of my head, This one will give you 5.
Okay, so +5, 6 durability armor?
Yes.
Okay, or 50. So that'd be 88 for both. And then crossbow, probably a good thing to have.
Crossbows
like a
are
light one.
very good.
Bolts.
So for the crossbow, I believe it's 25 bronze.
Okay. With ammo?
Let me check the arrow cost. Should say at the bottom, I believe. Where are the arrows? Let's just look up D&D arrow price. I haven't had to do commerce in a really long time. So for 20 arrows, it's going to be 1 bronze.
Oh, okay, that's cheap.
But you probably would also need a quiver. Hold on. Let me get you a quiver. That's also 1 bronze. So 1 bronze for the quiver, 1 bronze for the 20 arrows.
Okay, so that'd be like... I almost feel like just haggling a gold for everything. Because it'd be 113, or 115, I guess.
So you want to haggle?
Yeah.
What do you say to Asher?
I guess I'll...
You are a repeat customer also, by the way.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and play off of that. So I'll kind of look at the armor a bit, just kind of figure out what I want or whatever, and I'm gonna just kind of peek at Asher or whatever once she's done with getting Karma situated or whatever. And I'll kind of smile and say, Asher, it's been a while.
Lord Roseblood kind of gives you a diplomatic bow. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. Your swordbreaker has really come in handy quite a couple times on the road. He kind of like shows it a bit.
She kind of nods.
I might want to get this service just in case. I've been trying to keep it well maintained at my, I guess the house blacksmiths and all. But
she nods.
But I was interested in.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was interested in getting some armor as well, but you can also say what you say.
She was just gonna say, kind of. I hope they were gentle with it.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I'll point out. Like,
probably.
Oh, rip.
No, you're fine. Continue.
Yeah. But I was interested in getting a Gambison set without the greaves and the scale mail set right here.
Absolutely.
Along with the crossbow and quiver and a set of arrows. 2 sets of arrows. 40 arrows.
So that's 37 for the Gambison. That would be 50 for the chain. And that would be 25 for the crossbow. And then you wanted the what? The arrows in the quiver?
Yep.
That in total sir will be 114 bronze.
The 114 bronze. Sirius kind of pulls out his pouch and he looks at his sword and he's like, dang it. He pulls out a gold. Unfortunately, I'm a few bronze off. Is this okay?
Make me a level 4 persuasion. Or actually a deception.
Ooh.
Because you are lying, right?
Hopefully. Yeah, I guess so.
It would be really awkward if you're penny pinching your
okay.
lord.
Well, those are d20s.
1, 2, 3. You fail.
Destiny point.
Okay. She kind of nods her head and goes, of course, Lord Roseblood, I know you're good for it. Just stop by again.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and she'll take
the swordbreaker served me well.
She'll take the gold and kind of nod her head. Does anybody else want to buy anything?
Dipper wanted to get maintenance done on his weapon.
Okay. And actually, I'm gonna say, Dipper. Well, you only have the one, right? You have the dagger.
Mm-hmm.
So you see her. Actually, you have to probably get her attention and introduce yourself.
Oh, who's she working with now?
She just is wrapping up. We'll say she's just wrapping up Cirrus at the counter over here.
Okay, so Dipper walks up to the counter, and he says, or he pulls out the holster for the fang, and he puts it on the counter, and he says,
So, how much would it be to get this sharpened and maintained?
And her eyes just glint as she looks at it. She looks at you. She looks back down at it, and she go, I'm sorry. Well, generally for daggers we charge 15 copper. Actually, no, we'll say it's a little kind of expensive. We will actually 15 copper is pretty reasonable. Yeah, we'll say 15 copper.
he gives he puts 20 copper on the desk counter.
She kind of looks kind of quizzically at it. That's only 15, sir?
Oh, well, there's the tip as well, obviously.
She kind of smiles and she goes, "What's your name?"
He extends his hand. He says,
I'm Dipper.
She kind of nods. Asher, as she kind of shakes your hand, she goes, "I'll make sure this is taken care of nicely for you." And she kind of smiles, and she's gonna walk over to her sharpening wheel, and she's gonna sharpen your dagger for you.
"Does I have a question.
Yeah. What?
Does Dipper see anyone else other than Asher in the store?
You do not.
My
Employees?
Karma's gonna turn over to Dipper and be like, "Are you flirting with her?"
Dipper has his face covered down, so it's just his mask, and he kind of blushes, and he was like,
Oh, no, you know me.
Well, she is very pretty.
he looks over to Asher, and he says,
Yeah,
Dipper walks over to the armor section.
Okay, you actually gotta walk over there.
Yeah. So like,
Oh, you can't. You
where's-
can't, right?
yeah. Sorry.
So you walk over to the armor
There's
section.
So like, where is Asher and her thing?
Her back is turned to you. She is sharpening your weapon over here.
Ooh. Okay, see, like, this is literally the perfect opportunity to nab something, but Asher's kind of nice.
And we will be
Dipper-
here frequently, I
You
might
also
add.
just got released from prison.
Dipper strolls around the store. He just kind of looks at stuff.
Yeah, you see some fine pieces looking of armor. You see greaves and stuff. It appears that the plate and stuff is kind of set over here, back towards the corner here. But yeah, you see, and it looks like actually, like in terms of like the gambeson and stuff, her like she usually doesn't sell like this much armor this quickly. Usually she more sells weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So looks like she's kind of almost out of gambeson. She's got like one more set.
Dipper, he walks back to the main area, and he's kind of keeping an eye on Asher, making sure that she's handling the
She is. She
the
seems
fang well.
very pleased, and she's like kind of. You can see as she's like just like enamored with this weapon.
She
What's Felix doing?
And also, there are all these weapons behind you. You see daggers, swords, polearms, spears.
Asher doesn't she doesn't unwrap the dagger, does she?
She seems to notice that, but she seems to leave it because she's just sharpening the blade.
Okay.
Actually, I feel like it. Make me a destiny roll. I want to see how weathered this is. Because you did tell her to maintenance it. Make me a destiny roll.
I can't.
Oh, right. I always forget. Who do you want to roll for you?
I want Karma to roll for
Karma,
me.
roll for me.
Roger. Oops. Wrong one.
Karma, if you roll bad, it's your fault.
I will spend a destiny point if I roll bad.
I'll spend it.
That's how this works.
It is my roll after all.
17.
Oh shit! Thank you, Karma.
It's not that bad warned. You've kept pretty good care of the handle. She doesn't really seem a need to replace that. It kind of seems like a personal touch.
Sweet. Okay, that's all Dipper's really concerned with.
Okay.
What's Felix doing?
Yeah. I'm just watching because I don't think I'm gonna buy anything because it'll just take up too much time.
She sharpens up your weapon and gives it back to you. When I work out how weapon durability works, this will be at full durability. And I should add that technically this is a very nice weapon, so this would have a higher durability anyways.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. She gives it back to you and she goes, "It was an honor to service your weapon. Does it have a name?" The best ones always do. She kind of smiles.
Do what? What'd she say?
She says the best ones always do.
He looks down at the dagger and he says, "Yeah, this it's called the Fang. It's part of a set, but the short sword that comes with it is kind of it's back at home."
Make a deception check. You're lying.
Shit.
We'll make it versus her perception.
I mean, even if you fail it, it's
How-
like, yeah, he's just lying.
How many do I need to roll?
What is your deception?
Let me check.
So I
It's
think
base 3, right?
hers is
Yeah, I think it's Do I add
1, 2, 3. She's got 3.
Wait. So I have a 1 in deception. Would I add my reflex?
Nope.
Damn. So it's just 4 then.
Okay. And do you want to use a destiny point?
Not beforehand. What's the challenge level?
4. She rolled a 4.
Oh fuck.
Oh, I'm sorry. She rolled a 3. She rolled a 3.
Okay.
You make it. Oh no, but meets beats.
Yes.
Nope, meets
Meets
beats.
beats.
So she beats you. She kind of
Okay.
looks at you and kind of like, okay. Well, I hope you are able to go home soon and grab it. I'm sure it's a wonderful set.
Dipper
She kind of just looks at you
nervously
suspiciously,
laughed.
like, why are you lying about this? Well, kind of scratching her head after this awkward encounter. Is there anything else I can get for you?
Actually, so you don't have weapon durability done up yet?
No, I have to finish it.
Okay, then I won't ask her what condition my whip is in.
Make me a destiny roll.
Oh, okay.
Why is serious?
Why?
Why are multiple people in the table?
Also, what is my weapon durability at?
Oops.
Just to cascade the questions.
6. It is poor karma, unless you want to reroll it. Sirius, roll me that destiny.
See how much I use it during the road, I guess.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
None.
good.
Your castle blacksmiths have maintained both your sword very well.
I'm gonna ask her if there's anything, or I'm gonna be like, "Excuse me, is there anything you can do to maintain my whip? It is seen better days."
She kind of looks at it and goes, this isn't my forte, but I do know another artisan in town who might be able to fix it. He's works with leathers more. If you'd like, I can take it for you, get it serviced, and give it back to you tomorrow.
Yes, please.
Okay.
How much?
She kind of thinks about it. That'll be 20. I'll need to take my cut, but I'll have to actually pay him the most of it.
Copper?
Yes, copper.
how much? I can I just give her a bronze and that?
Well, so a bronze splits up into 100 copper, right? So
Okay.
you'd still have 80 copper left over. So you can just get rid of one of your bronze and then add 80 copper.
I am going to hand her the bronze actually and tell her to just give me the change back, and I trust her.
Right now?
Yes.
Okay. She hands you the change. And she goes,
Oh, I'm more so meant for her to take it.
Oh!
Until I come back with my weapon.
Oh. She kind of nods and goes, that's really not necessary, ma'am, but thank you. Are you sure about that?
Yes, of course. I will plan to be back anyways.
Well, tomorrow's the festival. If you swing by early, I can get it to you. I have a date tomorrow. She kind of like blushes.
I am hoping to have one as
Dipper.
well.
Dipper blushes and he kind of looks down.
Oh.
I'm gonna look over and he goes, so who's the lucky man, Asher?
Well, she kind of like twirls her hand, her finger. He's well, he's not from around here. He arrived on the caravan from Crossroads. She kind of looks back at him. He's well, he's a member of the Royal Guard.
Oh.
He's quite dashing as she kind of like twirls her hair.
Oh.
Karma looks over to her and goes, "Oh, does he have money?"
She goes, I think he does. Well, I don't know. And she kind of looks at you like, probably some.
My mom
What's his
says that's
name?
all men are good for.
Oh wow.
She kind of looks at you like, oh, a real traditionalist mother, huh?
Yes.
Asher, I'm happy for
She
you.
kind of pushes the book.
What's his name?
She kind of pushes the book on the counter that like all these like romance novels. Trevor. He's very nice. She kind of twirls her hair.
Oh no.
I'll ask
as
some
long as he
people
doesn't
about him.
gamble.
Make sure he's a good person.
What'd you say, Jake?
I said I'll ask the people I know in the caravan about him. See what I can find out for you, too.
Oh, okay. I think he's okay. I mean, I'm a pretty good judge of character generally, and he's I think he's a really nice guy.
Well, I'm happy for you. It's about time someone realized what you were.
She kind of blushes
Kar-
and goes, "Oh, Uhtred." She kind of like rolls her eyes.
So
Karma's-
is that one bronze I hear for a dagger? What?
Karma's gonna look over on the table at the books and she's gonna be like, "What are these?"
Oh,
Can I halfway sound out the title?
yeah. We'll say.
Like,
Well, the first one is feral love.
fit
Oh,
for
boy.
all love.
Hey,
She kinda goes,
Lucian's got better.
She grabs it and like puts it under the table, and she goes, just I like to read when I am in between customers. She's like blush at this point. Is there anything else I can get for any of you?
Nope.
No, I don't think so.
All right. And she kind of like hurriedly like closes up the rope thing, and she's like, "Well, I hope you guys have a really nice day. Bye." And she turns around and she like walks off into the back with her book and walks into her
Bye,
house.
Asher. I'm gonna go buy Asher.
Oh, did I just take away part of my house? Well, no, I want that there. And she goes, Did you say I love you?
Bye, Asher.
He said bye.
Okay, she is going to. I'm in build mode, that's why. She's going to return over here and, like just kind of like like bend over and like try to like to pretend like she's working. She looks back over it, and are you guys still there?
Yeah, I think I'll off now, hopefully.
Okay.
Dipper walks out.
So where you guys
Yeah,
head?
I'm walking back.
Do you guys want to say you head
I
back
guess-
to Ella's Tavern?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a
Well,
date to cement.
Yeah, we gotta head back to Ellis Tavern.
Okay, we'll say you head back to Ella's Tavern. As you guys are,
Before we walk off, I want to talk to Felix. Though.
huh?
I want to ask Felix if he'll join us back at Ellis Tavern.
How do you say it?
Felix, look, I didn't mean my comment. Will you come back to Ellis Tavern with us?
Felix is kind of surprised, because their last conversation ended pretty sourly. He rubs his arm and he just like looks around for a bit and he's like, "Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I could spare some time. Yeah, I'm pretty busy most of the time, but I can maybe spare some time for you guys. Yeah."
Really?
Kind of clear that he's like not busy at all.
Want to like?
Lots of books
I know
to
you're
read.
busy. I know you're busy, but I want to have a chance to talk to you about some stuff.
Felix, his like he kind of gets a little defensive. It's
You
like,
can tell my
"Oh,
demeanor is like good-hearted.
Yeah, I know, and it's like, yeah, sure.
Plus, I'll buy you a drink.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't end up like last time.
It should.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys returning to, are you guys returning to Ella's Tavern?
Yes, I would
Yes,
like to
yeah.
begin
Can we make
working.
Can we say we make a stop on the way to actually buy some of the bread? We can
Yes,
off
you
the
stop
concessions?
by Karma. You smell the most wonderful smell you've ever smelled. What did we call that place? Hold on, do I have that? in
I
my
can't
notes?
remember.
I can't remember for the life of me. We'll call it
The bread shop.
the bread shop. Yes.
Oh yeah, the bread, the one with the really good bread.
The
That,
bread
Yeah.
shop.
started the
You walk
entire
up
murder.
and there's this freaking giant ass line, and you can see the building up above, where Micah Peakerton's detective agency used to be. It's burned out.
Oh shit.
When the masked man killed him, when Selena and them killed him, they killed him and then they set his entire office on fire.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Can I?
It hasn't been repaired in what, 2 years?
No one has taken it up.
I see.
Did bakery burn up first or second floor?
No. There was the owner of the office was murdered.
Yeah.
I thought this place was supposed to be safe.
You feel a twinge,
safe
Uhtred.
now.
But hey! I just said he was murdered. I didn't say anything. Yeah, a couple years ago, some stuff happened. And, someone named Elena kind of went crazy and murdered a bunch of people. Once I knew the 1,000-year PTSD stare.
Well, that is
Uhtred is
Interesting.
just staring off into eternity. You see him like
Karma
twitch
turns.
his hands.
He has been executed.
Karma turns to Finacrio and Dipper and is like, "This place does not sound very safe to me."
They are buying armor. And talking
Why-
about murderers.
Why did this Helena murder these people?
I don't know.
He had issues.
Make a deception check.
Ah!
Can I make a
Okay.
perception check?
Yes, absolutely.
It's 4, right?
6.
Who's making the deception check?
6.
So,
Oops.
Uhtred's making the deception.
Don't-
the
don't count
perception
my
check.
roll.
Say. Wait, what did Uhtred say? I didn't hear.
I rolled all three. Yes.
Damn.
Uhtred says he didn't know.
Oh.
Wait,
Okay,
is
so
everyone making a wait, who's making a perception check against this?
I'm not.
Dipper, you said yours is 6, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I got all 3, by the way.
Okay.
I got 4
No.
to beat you.
So Finocchio, you believe him, but Dipper, you can tell he's telling a fib.
Here, hold on. I think I want to roll too. I might as well.
You can.
And so
Dipper.
I don't have anything,
I'm
so it's
actually gonna
based.
use 2 destiny points.
You're gonna use 2 destiny points?
That's right, yeah.
That's post haste. You can't spend them.
Oh yeah, it's true.
yeah.
Yeah, because this is
That's
first
right.
player.
The party.
It's base 3, right?
It is base 3.
I don't have anything in
Oh wait, no,
perception.
no, it's not base 3. It's not base 3 because you have right now perception scales off of strength, reflex, and intelligence. So you
I
actually
gotta
have
roll one more then. I gotta roll one more then.
Wait, it only scales off.
No,
Wait, no,
You're
Jake.
taking
But Jake, you're
deception,
making a
though.
deception check, Jake.
Oh.
Wait, hold
okay.
on. It only scales off.
Be
of
basing it off of
screen
int,
stuff?
So perception
So-
right now in Cogent scales off of strength, reflex, and intelligence. That's going to change the next time they update the rules, but for right now, it scales off of all 3.
Okay, so hold on. I'm a little bit confused. So then it would be 4 for
It would
me?
be 4 because 3 and
Okay.
then every point in strength, reflex, or intelligence
Oh,
also adds
okay.
to your
I
perception.
see.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the base is still 3.
Yes, the base is always 3. What's going to change is what this. I think reflex is going to scale off of.
I get a 2, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You can
do.
use 1 destiny point.
No,
What did
I
Uhtred
can't.
roll? What did Uhtred roll?
3.
Yeah, you believe Uhtred.
So
The only
so
person that
Uhtred-
notices is Dipper.
I thought Finocchio used.
can't spend
wait,
it
no,
against
he can't.
players.
Yeah. So Dipper can tell that he's lying, and what's Uhtred doing like right now, like body language wise?
He's fidgety. He seems very uncomfortable. He kind of is phasing out of like this 1,000-yard stare and trying to look at you, and you can see his hand kind of twiddling around his weapons.
I'm back
Dipper-
on it, so.
This is Uhtred, right?
Dipper
Yes, it's Uhtred.
Dipper looks him in the eye, and
He looks
says,
traumatized.
he said, "Uhtred, what really happened?"
I'm kind of like.
Felix is gonna step up, and he's like gripping his staff tightly. And it's like, a murder happened, and nothing more.
Make a
And,
deception check.
I'm not lying. Murder happened.
Well,
No, a lot more happened. There was the ring and everything else. That's a lie.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a lie. Okay, make your check.
You make a deception check.
can I have a chance to answer the question too?
Sure, but let's roll his. Hold on.
Sirius is just looking up at
Well,
the Pinkerton office with
Why do
like
you roll this
glazed
again?
over look.
We're not gonna
screen-
reroll. We're not gonna reroll all the perception checks. We're just gonna use what you rolled versus what Felix rolls.
It's
Yeah,
3
so
base
I got-
plus your deception.
Yeah. So plus my int, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So honestly, it's not any better. It's still 4.
You have to roll a
You can
crit.
do a preemptive destiny.
No.
You fail.
Or not.
You can tell. Actually, everybody I think can tell that he's lying.
Well,
Look.
he's not saying it to be deceptive. He's like saying it in a way like we're not talking about this anymore.
That's fine, but you guys can all understand that the
You
subtext
mean
is that
without
something is actually underneath happened.
Look.
Dipper.
Um,
Dipper. Okay, so Felix says that. Dipper says, "Well, considering that you have to keep an eye over us, and that we'll probably be working together for the foreseeable future, I think it would be nice to, know a little more about my companions."
Look. We had.
Uhtred, you
A
could just go
companion.
balls to the walls and just say that like I executed her.
I'm about to go balls to the walls.
Oh fuck! This is gonna go to 11.
Look. There was a crazy person named Helena who we all trusted, who did something fucked up, murdered a lot of people.
Wait. So
Her-
you knew her?
Yeah, and she hurt someone, a kind woman. You may have seen her picture hanging up at Michael's office.
Your
with the
friend.
cadets. Yeah.
You
And when
can
it came
see
to it,
Uhtred is getting
She was
teary-eyed.
ordained to death, and she escaped prison. Who knows? No, doesn't really matter. But in the end,
Well, what happened then?
well,
What's
Karma, you know the evil rocks.
Yes, the Inquisition guards, they stand there and make sure nothing bad happens.
Well, she lays underneath those rocks.
She is why the rocks are evil?
What happened needed to happen. If I didn't end it, all of us would have died.
So why did you do it?
As my hand is on my sword.
Actually, it's on your dagger.
Felix is like holding his staff in his like hands. Can I try to do like how much is a small polycraft to turn them into claws?
That's one.
That's one.
Yeah.
He would like to just do a claw. Like he would try to make claws.
Make me a roll. It's a 4. I think you have like a 93% chance to make it. So, but you gotta make it.
So since you guys knew her, like, why did she
make
do
it.
the stuff
Did
she
I make
did?
it?
You see, guys, as so Nox, Sirius, the rest of them stand around. You can see the just kind of troubled face of all of them. You can even see Felix as he grips his walking stick. You can see his hands for a second grow claws and dig deep into the wood and cling into it. And he kind of realizes it and kind of releases it, and he kind of hides his hand.
I don't know why she did what she did.
Make a deception check. Actually, you don't really.
Well, what I do know is she was a lost girl that was twisted. And she lost her way, and she truly became a Mon. And
as you say that, you see like the people you're passing by in the street, they kind of turn and look at you weird.
let's continue this discussion not in public, if you don't mind. I will answer your questions.
We
but
can
I don't
talk
wanna
more at
speak about this
tavern.
in public. And then I'm gonna turn. Can we say we're in the shop at this point?
That you're in the shop? In the bread?
For the bread.
Oh, you guys actually
the
want to
bread.
roleplay the bread. Yeah, you guys walk up to the bread
No.
shop. You guys are on the street.
I just slapped down the how much bronze will I get back for, or how much copper will I get back for bronze?
1 bronze is 100 copper.
So how much does the bread cost?
The bread costs... D&D. Food costs. Hold on.
Costs 5 cop.
I think it is like 5 copper. It's expenses, food,
Okay.
drink. Hold on. But yeah, I think it's 5. How
buy
many?
2 loaves.
How many? You buy? So 10 copper.
So
Oh yeah,
I
that's
have
another
90
thing.
copper.
You guys do need to technically eat. So this is good.
So look.
Actually,
I'm
sorry,
gonna
bread
slap
is
the
2
bronze-
coppers. 2 coppers per loaf.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Okay, well I'm buying. I'll buy 3 loaves.
Okay. So I'm assuming everyone can have their fill
I
of
slap-
bread if they choose to.
I slap the
Nice.
bronze down, and I go, 3 loaves, please. Then I get my change and go, look.
Could I buy like 20 bronze worth of bread and just collapse the bread market?
We can't handle anymore. We don't have
Look.
enough bread.
Dipper,
Is it been sharing this,
Pinocchio,
or is
Karma.
it like?
I will-
or-
Wait, hold on. Are we sharing this? I think he's sharing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sharing
Okay.
this out loud.
So you guys are
I was
walking through the
wondering
streets,
if I need to
all
go.
of you with probably like a half a piece of the most fucking wonderful bread you've ever smelled or tasted. They even actually provide you guys like if you want to, if I recall, they'll actually cut open the bread for you because it's steaming hot out of the oven, and they'll put butter over top of it and close it up
They
and
do.
hand it back to you.
There was the
I had them do that all. I had them do that all.
Dipper,
That's what
Dipper
happened to our
thanks.
first loaf.
Dipper thanks Uhtred.
Karma does as well.
So I promise you all bread. Look, we'll continue this conversation back at the tavern.
I agree.
I don't want to talk about it here. And Nox, we can continue at some place where your customers won't be disturbed.
Yeah.
So
As we're walking, are there any like manhole covers underfoot?
oh sure, absolutely.
Interesting question.
Oh, I'm grabbing
What?
the shirt. Hold on.
As we're walking, Sirius, I guess, is sort of absentmindedly like talking to Uhtred about something and like having a bite of bread or whatever. And then like he hears the clink of like the manhole cover under his feet, and he just kind of freezes for a second. And he looks down for a bit, and he kind of seizes up for a moment. his breathing grows a little quick, and as he jumps up at this, and he's like, "Oh, sorry," and he'll keep walking.
Those of you that are new here can tell, like, there is something. I mean, it's pretty obvious. There's something that has, like, there's some kind of trauma they all seem to share. And with that, we're gonna say it's getting really late in the day.
Yeah.
Change the day, and we're almost done, but we'll have this last conversation. Let me go ahead and change the music so instead of town day, town night. Instead of Bandalore, we will do something else. Actually, to be creepy, I'm just gonna leave it as silence. Okay, you guys arrive at the front of Ella's Tavern. You see various patrons walking out, gripping each other's arms. Yeah.
Can I check and see if Kilroy's here?
You did say come during the day, and you weren't here.
Please, please.
Make a destiny roll.
I want to use it.
Just waiting outside the entire time.
God damn it, Dipper! Why did you cock block me?
Make a destiny roll.
Oh no!
Okay, reroll it. Spends all destiny points trying to get the cripple.
Yes!
There you go. Okay.
Kilroy still doesn't want you.
I love Kilroy's token. You see, sitting on this park bench with a little lantern, all bandaged up, like kind of shivering out in the cold, like kind of, because it's not even that cold, but he's just so fucked up. He's just kind of sitting there looking at his feet.
Oh, hold on 1 second. I'm trying to mess with my destiny points.
As you guys approach, you see Randy kind of poke his head out and go, "You still there, Kilroy?" And he goes, "Yeah, Randy. Thanks for checking on me." Randy goes, and just turns around and walks back in. Okay.
I'm gonna turn to the group and go.
Oh,
go ahead.
God. I gotta come back outside. Alright, where is he?
If you want to hear what happened, Knox, is there a room we can talk in?
Yeah, there's the wine cellar in the back.
Let me clear out the riffraff here. And let me
Meet us all there.
Let me turn up the exposure for you guys so it's easier to see.
Yes, please.
And then I'm gonna hand Knox a couple copper and ask for, like, however much a bottle of hard liquor costs.
I'll.
I pay my way, Knox.
Yeah. Wait, what? What do you mean? Wait. You
I'm asking for a bottle of hard liquor. I'm not asking for freebies.
Yeah, I go to the back, knowing that we've done this before and that he refuses to let me give him anything. And I grab him a bottle.
So I'm assuming everyone is going to this room here.
Not I. I have to talk to Kilroy.
Okay, I'll say that, like, as everyone else kind of walks in and, like, Uhtred kind of waves, and Karma, you see Kilroy there waiting, goes, "Oh, hi, Karma. I came like I promised."
Excellent. Yes, I do apologize for being late. My friend, he got into some trouble, and we had to go down to Barracks.
That's okay. I really didn't have. Well, actually, I mean, I did have other things I was supposed to do today, but I did make a promise, and so, here I am.
I'm really sorry, Kilroy. I did not mean to be so late. I actually have a question for you.
Oh?
Festival is tomorrow. Would you like to accompany me? Can be date. I want to get to know you better.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
That's adorable.
What will I roll that? Let's just see what it is. I'll set this as a CL. Let's say a CL. I'm gonna say a CL3.
Oh.
It falls flat. as you kind of like stumble your word, and he no actually your delivery's pretty good. We'll treat it as a narrative failure, but he just goes, he kind of like just looks at his feet, and he goes, like a date.
Well, it does not have to be date if you do not want to be date, but I would like to get to know you better.
Well, I kind of wasted all of today, and I had something I was supposed to do, but he kind of scratched back his head. I would if I could, but and he kind of like just like starts like his eyes start like twitching in his head, and he kind of coughs for a second, and he looks up and he goes, he kind of like shakes his head, kind of like looks around.
Or we can just say yes.
I just can't. I would love to if I could.
That is okay. We can
There's
do
a
some other
very
time, yes?
manipulative way to get what you want here.
I'm not a manipulative kind of woman.
Don't gaslight the cripple.
I cannot gaslight the cripple.
Why would you be mean to him? Why does everybody love him?
Because we will not give you the satisfaction of killing him.
Jack, yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna have to wait. Try to preserve him.
Gosh dang.
That is okay. Maybe we can have date other time. I know I wasted a lot of time today, and I know you have important thing to do.
Okay. He kind of stands up, like he is so out of his element here. He's gonna kind of step over here and turn around and goes, I was real excited to say hello today, and it's good to see you.
It is good to see you too. Would you like me to walk you home?
I can, and it kind of like seems like a little like you could see like you mean this like nicely, but he takes as like you can't take care of himself, and he kind of like just like you see him like grab. He's like, I got my knife. He's got his signature push dagger, Kilroy. I'll be okay.
Well, if I can be frank with you, I mostly just wanted to talk with you since I was not able to earlier today.
Oh, sure.
Excellent.
We can walk. Okay.
I'll let the boys have their discussion while Kilroy and I flirt it up.
So you guys walk in the cold summer night back towards the Weeping
Cold
Anvil.
summer night.
Is
Cool,
Dipper joining us?
You mean the Elkhorn Tavern or the Weeping Anvil?
Yeah, he's going to the Weeping Anvil.
Okay.
Yeah, I just can't move my token.
You can't move your token. Let me see if I can fix that.
He literally
doesn't have
can't.
it up.
Oh right. Gosh dang it.
I've been streaming this for him.
I got a lot going on. Okay. I gotta protect the poor cripple here is trying to be seduced.
I will have this cripple.
You won't have my son.
Leave him alone.
My
So,
boy.
actually, here, wait, hold on. Let me set the mood here. Let me set the mood. Hold on. I got you. Everyone, turn off their torch.
How could Kilroy just decline such a strong candidate for good lineage?
He's
I
retarded.
almost failed.
Almost got the torch on us.
Because it's not
Like
Vex,
it's different.
he only sims for
Well, you didn't get a 0.
Exactly. Yeah, no, literally, me with 3 and fucking persuasion, I get a singular 6.
Narratively, I'm gonna chalk it up to like he's totally still in love with Vex.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Knox would have brought cups for everyone, just because like I asked for a bottle and I'm not about to bring a bottle to myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring enough mugs out for everybody except for Except for what's his name? Fuck, Randy.
Oh, poor Randy. We're losing Randy.
He
guys-
thinks if you drink ale, you explode.
Yeah, you guys
That's
just
Why?
see
I asked for hard liquor, so.
Randy just is standing in this corner back here facing the wall.
No, no.
I'm going to kind of.
Wesley's
sit
gonna
down.
come over. He's like, Randy, you can come over here if you want to.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of.
Dipper holds out his mug to Uhtred.
I'm going to pour some hard liquor into there. And I'm going to pour everyone's cups in. And
Dipper immediately downs it.
oh, hard liquor? Damn. Alright.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of sit down and go, you guys really, really want to know? We'll tell you. So, I knew.
Hey, Jake, you're kind of hard to hear right now. It's cutting in and out. Can you, if you get close to your mic?
I'm like really close to my mic, so
That's
hold
way
on,
better.
I know how to fix this. Is that better?
Yeah, it's way better.
Okay. So, I don't know if you know why this whole group got together, but we all know each other because we all got exposed to the spore.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you all know what that is, and I'm specifically
A long
saying
time
spore
ago.
because I'm like protecting Felix's past.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Felix.
Would
grips the
we-
ball a little bit.
Would we know what the spore is?
Oh, everybody does.
Yeah, it's a
Spore-
pandemic.
Okay.
The spore was a
Yeah, yeah.
pandemic.
Uh-huh.
It wiped out like 9% of the continent. It was like everybody
Well,
knows what the spore was. It was awful.
I just didn't
Except
know if
Karma.
us being from Leodelphia if we would know.
No, you definitely would know. It was bad everywhere. There wasn't this place it wasn't.
I would
see.
not know.
She would not know.
we-
But you would have probably, I would have assumed, Karma, just by traveling, it would be like if you traveled with people in our day and age for like 2 years and then COVID never came up. I don't think that makes sense.
Wait, when did this happen?
So the worst part of it was 3 years ago, technically. So like at its worst was like 3 to 4 years ago. They got to Redwall about 2 years ago now.
I see.
But let them explain it.
I'm from Crossroads. Knox, you're from here, right?
Yes.
Kind of like that's kind of talking. Felix,
Isles.
Felix comes from the Isles. Well, I traveled from Crossroads with Randy and Helena. We traveled for about a long time.
Jake, you're really hard to hear again.
How about now? Is that better?
I think that's a little better, yeah. Am I the only one who's getting that?
No.
No.
I'm getting it too.
Yeah.
Hold on. I know what I gotta do. I have the
You know what
problem
I
with this
mean.
mic.
He
He
left the
Nice.
call immediately.
I know what I
I
must
know
do.
what I have to do.
My people
Hold on a minute, I'll come over.
Oh yeah, he just goes over to Jack's house. And he's like, I'm
Is
here,
that
Jack.
better?
That is
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, I fixed my settings on Discord. I traveled with Helena and Randy on a ship for about a month. Where I was living at the time, orphanage got spore, so I was sent here, and Helena was sent due to a spore outbreak in her town. We arrived at Redwall, and we all kind of got together, lived together for a while with someone named Kilroy, finest person you'll ever meet. As I say that, I lift my glass and I drink some of my hard liquor.
May he never die.
About
He never
Dipper.
died.
make
While
you
this is
live
going
in
on-
peace.
While this is going on, Dipper reaches out his mug for another
I put the
mugful.
bottle on the table at this point for people to just fill it up, fill their cups up. So I kind of push the bottle towards you, and
He fills her up.
me, Felix, and Helena. See, Felix and Knox can attest to this. I used to be very different.
Yeah.
Kind of had to fend for myself in Crossroads. I lived on the streets for a while, and then had to kind of make my own way. Um, and when we came here, I was still trying to do that, and we decided to go look for some work or jobs, if you will. Um, we ran into some people that stole a bracelet from Helena,
It's doing it again, Jake.
and oh, okay. How's that? Is that better?
That is way better.
Um, she stole someone stole a bracelet from Helena. See, people say Helena was all bad. As Uhtred is kind of tipsy, so he's kind of just talking how he feels at this point. But I knew a different side of her. She wasn't always what they say she was. Um, she was just a lost girl that had a horrible thing happen to her family, and she was just looking for people to love her, as we all do. Well, that's in the past, but something happened. Uh, she ran off into Yellow Belly, as Knox said. That's not a place a little girl should be wandering around by herself.
No.
And I kind of let it happen. And she ended up violating the law. And she had a court date.
Which
and
which law did she violate?
it was an ancient law.
Yeah.
Would Dipper even know what the ancient laws are?
The ancient laws are more of a thing in Redwall because there's vampires, and when the vampires conquered everything, it was to stop vampires from feeding on all of the races. And it was more
You can ask and I'll tell you.
Yeah, Dipper says ancient laws.
So you all know. I mean, I don't know if you've picked up on it, but I'm a mudblood. I don't have magic or I can't transform or nothing like that. I don't heal as fast, and the law is you can't drink from someone without their consent, and that's what she did.
We should also murdered a dude, but
Yeah, but
That's beside the point.
that's besides the point.
She drank someone's blood?
yeah,
She did a lot more than that.
and
But why?
I don't know.
She was a broken girl.
Yeah, what my brother Felix here said, she was broken. And she was looking for a place to fit in. And, well, there was a court date, and in court she was sentenced to death. As I pour another kind of drink and take another sip, and I continue. And one night she escaped. We don't know how. It was the night after the trial, and she murdered all the people that had wronged her, as well as those that some say deserve to die. And in the process, Booker gave his life for someone. And I mean, she was already sentenced to death immediately, which means her whole bloodline is lost. And basically, it came down to, I had gotten hurt. Felix had taken care of me, but he took me to the hospital. And there I was visited by Luck, the prince of, all of Angland.
What?
Visited by Luck while I was talking to
Wait,
Commander
you never
Royce.
told me about
Yeah, I don't
that.
think you told anybody about that.
I didn't.
I know,
Yeah.
but that was one of the biggest reasons for their conflict.
I know. And Yeah, Felix, out of luck, came by, and he thought that we were all harboring the fugitive that had basically caused the death of his uncle and was going to kill us. Well, it came to a head, and I gave her up, and ended up, we had the Inquisition, which I know Knox and everyone else in Redwall knows what they do, but if you don't know, they murder and kill indiscriminately. Um, well, they showed up to take Helena, take her life. For this has been an ordained killing, if you must, and to spare her the pain of being burned alive like her family was. Um, I granted her a swift death, if you will. And then after that, I'm going to take a sip and kind of just leave it there.
Felix is gonna look down. He's like, I never knew. You never said anything about that. Is that
I wanna
what you
slam-
meant when you said you had to do what we had to do?
Yeah, Felix, it was either way, it was all of us or her. And
Dipper
as
Dipper
much as I
says
disagree with it, go
Dipper
ahead.
says, "Well, what did they do to her?"
They were going to burn her alive, but it was my dagger that granted her a swift death. I had
I
no other option. She was my friend. She had lost her
I
way, but
I see.
she had committed acts that I couldn't forgive, that no one could forgive in the city or in all of Redguard. And it pains me to say it, but every day I could have done something to stop her, and I didn't. And that's all those deaths are on me. And I'm gonna
Well,
take a sip of
why?
drink.
What caused her to just fly off the handle like that?
We don't know.
Someone
We really don't know.
We don't know.
stolen. Well, when me and Felix were out, someone had stolen a bracelet that belonged to her mother. See, I understand that, as I had my mother taken from me.
3 times.
She died when I was a kid. Yeah, 3 times. She died when I was a kid. Um, so I understand what she was going through, but I could have helped her find it. Instead, I let her go on her way in pursuit, and I
We
was
could
in
have helped
pursuit
her
of
too.
money.
It's not just your fault.
Yeah, Felix, but see, the difference is I know how it is in the streets. Me and Knox both do. Knox wasn't there, but I let her go to Yellow Belly
You don't
by
understand.
herself.
I did too. I was with her.
And
I know I blamed you for a lot of it, but I feel like I didn't do enough either.
I'm gonna kind of put my hand on Felix's shoulder as he's sitting next to me and kind of just take a sip of my drink and go, she was a good person. She'd lost her way, but she had found it again. She didn't deserve to die, but the actions she had done couldn't have been forgiven by even Luck himself. And when it came down to it, I wasn't going to let everyone die for and her actions.
Dipper raises his mug and he says,
To Helena.
To the Helena before everything happened, as I raised my glass.
Finocchio raises his mug too, but he's staying quiet.
Nox
Yep,
gonna raise
Sirius
his quietly.
kind of rubs the rim of his glass and he lifts it as well. Kind of solemn look on his face, but
And since that incident, I swore I would do better. And that's when I joined the guard. I had to put that whole life behind me and make a choice. Either I continued to do what I was doing, or I try to be better. That's why I am who I am now.
Dipper drinks the rest of his alcohol.
Sirius is
Finocchio
just
hasn't.
taking sips. But
Finocchio just puts his mug down. He hasn't drank any of the alcohol, but he seems to just want to stay quiet. You know, he doesn't want to really intervene or like say like really anything.
You guys all kind of
No, no, no.
notice Finocchio being quiet.
As I kind of look to the group, you do not mention that we know her. That would end very poorly for all of us. It's not something that the city talks about, and it's not something we generally talk about. It needs to stay quiet. So I would appreciate it if you and Finocchio don't mention this to anyone.
I understand, Uhtred.
And as I kind of look at Dipper, look, what happened was because I didn't want to see you get a punishment that wasn't deserved. I've been in your place, as Knox has as well, and with the Inquisition guard approaching, nothing good would have come of it. You did deserve the punishment that he would have given you. I've seen what they're capable of. The Inquisition, almost in a way, I would say, enjoys what they do. And what they do is they're good at killing you. And they do it indiscriminately. Me and Knox both kind of grew up the same way. We had to fend for ourselves, I'll put it that way. As I kind of like nod at Knox.
And Nox will nod back.
We didn't have a choice for what we did. You didn't deserve what was coming from the Inquisition. I had no other choice but to take you in to keep you safe. And I know it doesn't make sense, but I knew what would have happened if they had taken the whole of you.
Dipper puts his hand on top of Uhtred and he pulls his mask down and he says, Uhtred, it's okay.
Knox, do you got any food around here?
Yeah, I'm sure I can scrounge up something.
I was going to hand him some bronze and be like, it's been a
Bronze.
long day. That bread was good, but we need some beef.
Well,
Nox
Tonight
gonna
we
run
drink
back
to
food.
we drink to the people we've lost.
okay. And with that, sat around by candlelight, you guys feast. And after you guys are done, those of you that stay in Ella's Tavern, you go back to your rooms and sit down and kind of contemplate what a crazy day it's been. You never would have thought this day would have been how it happened when you woke up, but for many of you, you've had these days before. And
much crazier in Dream World.
and much crazier. And you guys can't help feel maybe a warmth when you go to bed. And with that, we will wrap up tonight's session.
What about
Yeah,
me?
what about Karma?
Oh,
What about
Karma.
me?
Karma doesn't
She
exist.
stay with Kilroy because it's late.
let's do the Kilroy. Where's Kilroy?
Is that alright if I hop off? I gotta get up
Yeah.
early tomorrow.
Hey, yeah, go ahead. You're good. So
Good session.
awesome
Chat later.
session. So Karma, as you here, let me move you over here. Kilroy's got his lantern out as you guys are kind of making your way through the streets at night. And Kilroy goes, and as you kind of pass by, he kind of looks at this tombstone and kind of winces and keeps going. So, are you and Uhtred and Nox all friends now?
Oh yes, actually, because I work at the tavern, Nox is more like a boss than a friend, but well, I guess Uhtred can be the same as well, since he has to look after me. But I
Well-
like to think we are friends.
Well, you know, I would trust those guys with my life, so, you're in good hands.
Have you known them long?
Oh, I've, for about two-ish years now, I knew them when they arrived in Redwall. That was a long time ago.
Yes, I hear that everything was very eventful 2 years ago. Lots of things happened.
Oh, you wouldn't believe it. Things have been so much more peaceful since then. He kind of scratches his
Well,
his
that is
arm.
good because lately I have been feeling like this place is not the safest.
Kilroy kind of like smiles. It 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 depends what you go looking for, I guess, and who your friends are.
Karma kind of smiles at this, considering that she was at the barracks.
At the what?
Yeah, at the guards' barracks.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, yes, I love my friends though.
Me too. Well, thanks for walking me home.
Yes,
Are
of
you gonna be
course.
okay getting home?
I should be fine, but although I am slightly worried if anything happened to me, it would fall under Uhtred because he is supposed to be with me at all times.
Oh, do you need me to walk you back?
Oh no, I could not force you to do such a thing.
Uh, well, you could always sleep in the anvil. I have some. It's not really nice. I don't mind it, but it's not really a place to sleep. He's kind of like blushing. I could get you a blanket though, and set you up nice. Actually, you can take my bed, and I'll sleep somewhere else if you
Mm,
feel too scared.
No, that is fine. Actually, in my backpack, and she pulls her backpack to the side. I have sleeping roll.
Oh, nice. Well, this is the anvil. I bought it a while ago, and it's real nice.
Yes, are you still working on your thing you showed me earlier?
Well, that's I'm Steps. I don't know. I was supposed to meet some people here today, but I was stuck over at Well, I was waiting for you, and I left them a note. And you can see there's a note on the ground.
I'm so sorry, Kilroy. I did not mean to put you out so bad.
Well, it's okay. If
Is
it's
there
meant to be,
anything?
it's meant to be.
Is there anything I can do to return favor?
Huh?
Well, for making you wait so long, I put you in trouble.
No, nothing. Well, well, you can sleep wherever you like. I'm just gonna be upstairs.
Have you had anything to eat yet today? I'm
uh,
great cook. If you have food or ingredients, I can make something for you.
I usually just have oatmeal.
As apology.
No need. This is cute. Well, he's gonna start walking over here. Well, have a nice night. Bye.
Good night.
He's gonna like scurry up and like limp up the stairs, and like up at the top of the stairs, he's gonna like look back. Are you okay down there?
Yes, I am perfectly fine. Thank you.
Okay. Um, uh, oh.
She's gonna sort of like jokingly look at him and she'll be like, let me know if you get lonely.
Oh, no. This is, he's gonna close his door and like slam it, and like on the other side, he's gonna like slam it and breathe really hard. He's like, oh my gosh. Oh, Lord. Alright, Lord, save me. Oh.
May the bright save me.
And with that, we'll leave it there for now. Thanks everybody for bearing with us. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that as much as we did. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. I'm supposed to say it at the beginning, but I don't. But please do. It helps. And leave comments. We love comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye, everyone.